Mm-hmm.
Damn, that was quick.
Okay.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. First of all, good morning, all. Good morning.
What up?
When we was using StreamYard,
Yeah.
towards the end, I would say, SBJ would go to hit the live, and we'd sit there and sit there and wonder if it was ever going to take. And then it finally goes live. This new shit, this video ninja shit, he hit it live. Live.
Facts.
I don't know what's up with you, StreamYard, but
I mean, they got high on their own supply.
Obviously, because they expect us to spend a shit ton of money.
Ain't no way.
For their services. They can kiss my ass.
That is an option.
No Diddy. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna do the intro right now because
all right.
Me. Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ. And I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and we are just a couple of geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. You want to know what really grinds my gears? Really quickly. Well, okay, I'm trying to be specific.
Oh, okay.
You want to know what really grinds my Chrissy with the the emojis. I do things. SPJ.
Sure. That's documented.
It's documented. We do things.
Yeah.
Some of the things we've done it for the better part of a decade.
Sure.
And we put the work in.
Oh, nigga.
Like the hours.
Yeah.
Right? Because we wanted to be able to do it at our highest optimal level.
Mm-hmm.
We sweat, we bled, paid the price, as Ric Flair used to say, to learn how to do this stuff.
Facts.
And for the most part, it's paid off. Hey man, what's that, Patriot? He says, I can barely see that shit. Says, Tombstone, Graydon asked a question on Facebook.
Fix your eyes.
If you could, look, if you could have a rapper cover your life, like in a rap song, who would it be? He said, I said your track name, here we go, Obituary of an Atheist Monk. Okay. I appreciate that. Now, me personally, it would be me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want any of a rapper. It would be
you know what? Nah, I pick Lupe. Either Lupe or Mickey.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Because the type of shit they do when they motivated.
Yeah.
As far as storytelling is concerned.
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty, yeah.
It's true. But anyway, I digress. When you become skilled at some stuff, when you have an understanding.
Hold on, wait. Cats got to teach stuff.
Facts. When you get educated on some stuff, skilled and how to use the tools, the general philosophy of the thing, and then you do it in practice, and then people pay you to do it. You've been paid to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There is a certain amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Professionalism that goes next to your name, because you put in the work, you've applied those skills to clients who, if you fuck this up, they're gonna be mad. they're going to be mad because they spend the money. And they walked away satisfied. When you do those things, there's a certain amount of respect a motherfucker has to put on your name in that particular arena. Like, look, that man did this, did that, or that woman did this, did that, did this to educate themselves on this skill. And then on top of that, they worked in the profession and had successful outcomes and shit. There has been this over the last few years. There's been a slow decline, degradation of expertise.
Oh, nigga.
And that shit's ass. Because the people questioning expertise, the expertise of other people who actually put in the work and work in the field, you don't know nothing about that shit. Like, nothing. I've said this often. I hear you talking shit about scientists and the stuff that they have either invented or discovered. But if I put your ass in a lab with the equipment, with state-of-the-art equipment, the best shit ever, and ask you to do what they did or die, you die.
Well, fast.
You don't know dick.
Oh, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know dick. So because of that, it's also something about civilization, right? So how civilization tends to work. Now, I don't like people. SPJ doesn't like people. However, we acknowledge that people have to be a thing because in a society, I am not going to be able to do everything.
No.
There's some stuff that I just don't have the acronym to do, right? Or the disposition to do, predisposition to do. Other people do, so I get the benefit from their skill set, even though I don't know how to do this myself, and vice versa. The things I do, other people can't do, don't know how to do, and they get the benefit off of my shit. There needs to be a mutual respect for what motherfuckers are actually good at. Now, when they fuck up, of course you jump in their ass. And they're people, so they're going to fuck up from time to time. But some of the ways I see expertise being attacked by people who wouldn't know what to do with the tools that these people use on a daily basis to save their lives, I think it's egregious and absurd. Like, you don't know anything about this. Nothing. Zero. You benefit from the outcome, but you don't know the process that was used to get that outcome that you benefit from. Nothing. Maybe you want to chill, or at the very least, do this. Learn the basics. I ain't even telling you to learn. I know I don't do this for a living, but I know that the basics of this is this not supposed to look like that.
Right.
That's not supposed to look like that. That's completely valid, especially if you're spending your money. That's completely valid. Right? But some of the ways expertise has been attacked, you do realize you're only hurting yourself.
What up, sis?
What up, sis? You're only hurting yourself because you want to benefit from someone else's expertise to help you do things you don't either have the time or inclination to do. So how about putting just a little bit of respect on expertise name? Stop running around here thinking, listen, if you have a list of economists that have all won Nobel Peace Prizes saying something,
right?
It's a consensus. They all tend to. Now, you don't have to agree with their consensus, but you do have to acknowledge that there is consensus and you are the outlier.
Right.
You're the outlier. So that arrogant little, what are they talking about? Excuse me, where's your economics? Where's your Nobel Peace Prize? Come on, B. You can disagree with them. You can not like what they had to say about that, but you have to at least acknowledge that the majority of experts agree about this. and that you are the outlier. And then when I question your credentials, the way you're questioning their credentials, you can't get mad at me, B. And you can't be saying, "Oh, you're just trying to shut down the." No, I'm doing to you what you did to them.
Facts.
You saying they wrong. I'm asking you, how you know this? You give me your diatribe. I go, that's interesting. I don't know enough about this to be able to say either or. But let me ask you a couple of more questions. Where'd you go to school to learn this?
Right.
Where'd you degree?
The school of hard knocks.
All right. So once I found out you went to the school of hard knocks, all right, and they went to the Hogwarts School of Economics, whatever, right? I then get to make my choice of whose take I'm going to accept. You don't get to call me names for not choosing your unlettered, unsourced opinion over the opinion of the experts in the field. And yes, I'm in before someone says they could be wrong. Yes, they could. But we're playing the odds here, right, sir or madam. If it's 100 of them, the top experts in the field, and they're saying this, and you, Theodore, who works at the Walmart as a greeter, is telling me they're all wrong. And I'm telling you, I don't know enough about it, but let me ask some questions. Where'd you get your education on this? Like, how did you? Don't get mad at me because your credentials aren't as impressive as theirs.
How did you arrive at this conclusion?
Don't get mad at me because your credentials aren't as impressive as theirs. So now you're sitting there going, see, you ain't going to believe me because such and such. Yeah. Exactly. 100 experts. Top in the field. You. Didn't go to school for it. Didn't have any formal training in any of this. You have a right to disagree with them, but I have a right to choose who I think is more credible.
Right.
And it ain't you.
It ain't you.
Not for me. It's not.
No.
And who knows? You might be adjudicated. They might really find out, oh, he was right all along. Then take your victory lap.
Sure.
I'm good with it.
See,
I told you. Right. I told you.
Okay.
Go off. Go off. I will accept it. But you can't act like it's not eminently reasonable for me to accept the top people in the fields take on this particular thing versus you. Right. Who graduated from Lake Clifton. Or maybe didn't graduate. Just I dropped out in the 10th grade.
Right.
Like, stop it. Like, why are we acting like that's weird? How's that weird?
I told you niggas. Yeah, you do.
You don't know dick. Seriously, like on paper, you don't know dick about this.
Facts.
So relax. And also, you don't get paid to know. So this shouldn't be that personal to you, right? Like you shouldn't care necessarily that you're unconvincing to me, right? But I am telling you, I hear you. I have noted your complaints and observations on why they're wrong. I don't know enough about this shit to say you're wrong. Definitively. But I can infer. There's 2,000 experts over here in that field that largely agree. I'm going to go with them. I think my odds are better that I'm going to come out with a better result. Not perfect, never 100%. That's not how science works.
Right.
But you don't know dick. You really don't. And you have no way to show me that you do. Because when I asked for your credentials, you said you graduated from McDonald's College. And listen,
Yes.
In that particular field, I'm a refer to you. You know what I'm saying? But physics, pharmaceuticals, biology, engineering, and economics. I'm just saying, might be a bit out of your depth. And you shouldn't take it personal because it's just the facts. You didn't go to school for that. You have no degrees for that. You didn't work in that field for years.
That is correct.
So you shouldn't be mad at me acknowledging the facts. The only reason you're upset currently is because you want credibility in spaces you have not earned. That's what it is, B. You didn't want, it wasn't enough of an interest to you in your developmental stage for you to learn about it, invest time in it, and all of that. For them, it was. So they earned the benefit of the doubt. You haven't. They earned credibility. You haven't earned credibility on that topic with me. You may be right. They could all be wrong. They got the credibility, and it's earned. You haven't. Stop trying. This is a form of stolen valor. You want their credibility for your uneducated, poorly sourced take. And I'm not giving it to you. Some other motherfuckers might give it to you because, hey, when stupid people say stupid things in a vacuum, no one's around to challenge them. Right? So you and the rest of your little buddies, your wife talk about, yeah, you and your buddies, right? You and your little buddies might be all going around going, yeah, and high-fiving in that bubble, right? And saying, this is absolutely the truth. I don't know the fuck these niggas talking about. All right. All right. That's in that bubble.
Right.
But then you met me and the bubble burst. The bubble burst. Not because I'm smarter than you.
Oh,
that might not be the case.
But it probably is.
I mean, probably, yeah. But that might not be.
Specific scenario that we're talking about?
Yeah.
It's probably.
Yeah. So I walk in that space and I'm not just going to give you credibility because you said something that is potentially or the probability is high that it's wrong just because you said it with confidence, nigga. That's not going to do it.
Nah.
It ain't going to do it. Especially when I hear you making these ridiculous assertions about why you would be right. I'm like, what? But that doesn't fact. What? When I see the abusive terms, and it's like, maybe you sit this one out. That particular, think how you want to think on it. That's your business.
Right.
But you running around trying to convince other people of this shit might not be for you. I'm just saying, like, and then if look, like I said, if you turn out to be right, take your victory lap. Go around, show the world. I shocked the world. I shocked the world. Do all of that. Hey, yo, Adrian, do all of that. Do all of that. All I'm saying is I won't be mad if you're right.
Sure.
But you can't be mad that I don't believe you. Like, you've given me no reason to believe you.
No.
Patriot says, Tombstone, I pay for YouTube Premium, mostly for the music. Every now and then I get a suggested playlist. And believe it or not, that's how I discovered you. That's fire. See, I sometimes wonder about that stuff, about the algorithm and all of that, whether or not, somebody at my particular level because regardless of how many people may have heard of me or listened to the music, if you compare me to other more mainstream acts, I am a pimple on a goat's ass, right? in comparison. And I often wonder if
that's one way to go about that.
and I'm wondering if the algorithm serves me at all where new people, you know, can even see anything I do. So that's actually dope to know. Patriot asks, SBJ, do you got any tracks out there?
No.
Glad you mentioned that. Glad you ask. SBJ, take it away.
I don't rap.
Oh, see, we not doing that.
What?
We not doing that. SBJ's not currently at this moment while we're on the show rap, but he has in fact indeed rapped and recorded that shit. And yes, you can find it on Spotify, iTunes, and every other place that's streaming music. In fact, we got a song together called Broken.
Oh.
We got another song together called, what's the name of that one? Is it Liberty?
Yeah.
Liberty.
Huh. Those are things.
Those are whole things. Whole thing out there. Right? See, because what he'll do is say, I don't rap. Because he's not rapping currently, right now.
I mean,
right? Right? He'll do that. So you gotta be right. He's right tricksy. He's a trickster. He says he's the watcher, but he's really Loki up there with the threads of the timeline. He's really that, right? He's really that. Them dreads you see on his head are actually those threads that Loki pulled together and stringing the whole multiverse together. That's what's actually happening. Gotta really be careful. We be on that bull.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no clue to what you are inferring, sir.
He be on that bull for real. There will always be music.
There will always be music.
You may not just always get it from both of us from the same place.
Right.
Shit might change. In fact, I'm almost guarantee you shit's going to change for me anyway.
Shush.
So look, they gotta know because
no, they don't yet.
I gotta let motherfuckers know where to get my shit. I'm just saying. Shit.
Do not be alarmed yet, anyone.
No, not yet. But shit getting real dicey out here in these music highways. I'm telling y'all, shit getting kind of shaky, baby. I mean, it ain't nothing we ain't said before.
Oh, facts.
We said this will happen.
No, real shit.
Everybody don't
pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right. Right. Look, I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. However personally you value it in the marketplace, music is not valued like it once was. It's just not. It's not. You personally put value on it because some of these songs are the soundtracks of your lives, or they're saying things that you feel, or maybe they awakened you to things that you didn't know. So it has personal value. But in the marketplace, they have devalued the shit out of music.
Yeah,
they have.
It's a damn shame.
It's too accessible, which sounds weird to say, but it is. It's too accessible, and they have the powers that be have decided that it's not as valuable, but they've also decided that it's valuable enough where they want all the money. Mm-hmm. They want every dime, every penny, every scrap. They want that shit, and they are in position to do that because they already got legacy cash right there. They already own DSPs and shit like that. So, like, music. I don't know how much music is going to change for y'all though. Like the consumer, as far as like y'all still going to get access to slaps. Yeah. The difference is the people that make those slaps might not be who you think they are. And the origin of where the slaps came from might not be. Y'all not gonna care because at the end of the day, if it sounds like you're gonna play it.
Facts.
I mean, that's me too.
An argument about that on this website. I don't remember what it was, but it was an article and it had a comment section. The comment section, basically, well, the article was basically about Timberland being involved with Suno.
Yes.
And the article also like skimmed over the whole Suno admitting that it trained on copyright material, which is not the win that the prosecutors think
it sure isn't.
that it is. But regardless, and it was of course a bunch of people in the comments that were defending it, and a bunch of people in the comments that didn't understand what that meant, so they were outraged about it.
Right.
And somebody was like, "Listen, I don't care who made the music. If the music sounds good, I'm going to listen to it." And unfortunately, that is a harsh reality of how consumerism works.
Yes.
It's very simple. It's why boycotts don't work.
Yes.
It's the same concept.
At the end of the day, the consumer want what they want. Y'all have been taught to be fat and happy, and y'all want to go and consume. That's what happens. And in truth, all of us are consumers. Yeah. All of us are consumers.
And in general, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's just when you get to the specifics.
Yes, that's when it becomes an issue, right? Where they weaponize your consumption, which they're going to do because that's the type of society we live in. But I don't have a problem with people really not caring where the good slaps come from, as long as they slap. I understand that. My only
wait, there was also this other dumbass that felt like he was exposing some great truth.
Really?
He said, try to get this verbatim. The thing with AI music is, if you make it, you're not actually making the music. You didn't play any instruments. You're not using your voice. I promise you.
That is ridiculous.
I promise you.
That's ridiculous.
The vast majority, and I only say vast majority, not to speak in absolutes.
Yes.
Of people who are creating AI music are fully aware.
Yes.
That they didn't pick up a guitar and strum the notes when they produced that track. I promise you.
Let's have a conversation one day about curation and its role in music. The music you hear eventually that played on streams or radio or whatever. In reality, those things about you didn't play a such and such, so it ain't such and such. These are the same arguments they made about all computer music.
Yep.
All music is made on computer programs like Reasons, like FL Studios and the like. They all said that. They all said that about sampling. You know what sampling? You know where sampling starts? Through curation. That sounds dope. I want to use that. When you use a lot of these AI tools, it starts off with you having a thought about the tone you want, the type of instruments that needs to be in there, and also the overall vibe, pacing, all of that. It starts off with you creating the prompt, and then you put that shit in there. Sometimes you nail it almost immediately from one of the results. Sometimes you don't, so you re-roll.
Sometimes it takes you 17 hours.
Sometimes it takes you 17 hours to do it. That's part of the curation process. And some of y'all sound very old, very old, acting as if we haven't seen the march towards the technology moving that way for years. I remember when synthesizers were controversial. They're not playing a whole, that's not a whole instrument section right there. That's one thing that's playing on. Yeah. That's one thing that can produce the sounds of many instruments. So this man didn't have to learn to play the any brass.
He didn't have to learn how to play the oboe.
He had to play, no. He's got this synthesizer that can simulate all these different instruments. He just got to know how to play keys. They had a problem with that early on. And it was goofy. Because why would you think that Why would you think of everything else evolves and innovates and becomes different, more convenient, faster paced? Why wouldn't you think that would the same thing would happen with music production when it's been happening in music production this whole time?
Facts.
A lot of the songs you like were made not with a whole band, you know what I'm saying? Like, but people had their pet peeves, man.
Mm-hmm.
They had their pet peeves, and they look at it like, oh, well, this far no further. But in truth, let me give an example. So the actors went out there and had a protest, and they actually won.
Yeah,
their shit. It ain't gonna stop nothing though. But they won. They won in terms of not the movie companies not using the tech.
right.
They won in terms of them being compensated properly for that. And I'm sure there's still some disagreements. I've been hearing some scuttlebutt, some disagreements on the outcome of that and all of that. Whatever. Let me tell you what I know for a fact, though. If these movie companies used all AI to create every bit of a movie, and it was seamless and emotional, had a good story, had funny stuff in it, the background music really helped, and all of that, the consumer's going to watch it and go, this was a dope-ass movie.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that people are treating like, this is an outrage that surely the public won't stand for that. Yes, the public will. Yes, the fuck they will. If it slaps, they'll consume it. It's that simple. If it slaps, they'll consume it. If it's ass, they'll consume it. Because I see some of y'all. I see some of y'all.
Facts.
Man, I see.
No, that guy's right. That guy's right.
What the dude Rick from Rick and Morty say? You booze me nothing. I've seen what you cheer for. I've seen what you cheer for. Like, I don't care. I don't care. But yeah. I see my man Mighty Mike Gleason's in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Mike says, even if the AI produced the track, eventually a person still has to shove that and put it in a DAW and work it to what they want. Yo, that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Bingo.
He just has to know keys and chords. Bowflex said Doom 2 had AI. Of course. Yo, what's the dude? Shit. Hold up. Napalm just showed me. He just sent me the link to his video. RJ Payne. RJ Payne just put out a video that was all AI.
Oh, yeah.
All AI. Yo, y'all ain't stopping this. And let me tell you something else. For you artists that might feel away, don't. Because if somebody's been an artist for 40 years that went up and down them roads to this studio, that studio, this thing, that thing, trying to get known, trying to get seen, trying to perform, trying to do this, trying to pay for beats and all that other shit, let me help you out real quick. You spent a shit ton of money doing that. You wore out a bunch of shoe leather doing that shit. As long as you get to have access to the tools too,
yeah.
Let me show you what it saves you. It speeds up your productivity, and you're not spending the amount of money you used to spend. The shit that used to piss artists off a lot is they know the investment that they put into their craft, the amount of money they put into their craft, only for some bullshit promoter to say, we're paying exposure. If you come out here and perform, we're paying exposure. Motherfucker, I had to pay gas money to get here.
Hey.
I had to pay gas money to get here. All them years that of work and tireless effort that I put in learning this craft so that I can actually get up on the stage and do this shit, you not factoring none of that shit in? You talking about some goddamn exposure? About to expose your insides to the outside. I'm about to do.
Thanks.
This takes a lot of that expense away. A lot of it.
Yeah.
Also, whatever lane you're in, the lane that you learned, some of these tools will allow you to flirt with other lanes that previously the cost and expense would have prevented you from doing.
Yeah.
Now, as far as your distribution and your promotion and marketing, that's on you. I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that. How you get people to see the shit you produce, I can't help you with that. But come on, you got to acknowledge that speeding up your productivity is a benefit, and decreasing the cost of admission is a benefit. There's an argument to be made that those things were important because it kind of filtered out the motherfuckers that were just playing games.
Sure, to an extent.
You can make that argument. I wouldn't be all the way mad at that argument, but I would also say that I kind of lean towards democratization of thought, ideas. So this person might not be as skilled as far. This person don't know how to play a guitar. He don't know how to play drums. He don't know how to play horns, but he may have a really good ear for this shit. And if he knows how to prompt properly and then curate what he got from that, and I like it when I listen to it, I don't give a fuck. Like, what you want me to say? Like, I don't give a fuck. This shit slaps. What you want me to say? Like, it slaps. That's all. Step your game up, and you're not stopping it.
I'm all for it because I could and still do sit down and spend hours in front of my computer making beats and all that. I still, matter of fact, I was doing it last night. However, because I do that, because I have experience doing that, because I've put the time and energy into doing that, I can also write a prompt,
figure out the right terminology.
Get some output, throw that into the DAW and do what I have to do to it. And then I have seasoned artists hear it and say, "Oh, I love your beat selection."
There it is.
Yeah, I bet you do.
There it is.
Thank our AI overlords for it.
Discord said, "Is AI your cameraman, SBJ?"
Yes, actually.
Yes. As a matter of fact,
actually,
yes. My thing is, there's two things you can do. You can actually waste your time and attempt to stop it. It's not stopping, but you can waste your time doing that. Or you could say, you know what? How can I get this to work for me? How can I add some of this to my workflow? Because Quad has kept machine learning has been in music production for a long time. Long before people were talking about artificial intelligence in that regard, in the current connotation of it, right? Because artificial intelligence, that concept been around for a while, right? But machine learning, which is like a cousin, maybe it's Homo erectus, right? Homo erectus to artificial intelligence has been in music production for a long time. And guess what? Your favorite songs, when they was in the process of being put together, there was some machine learning that took place. Anybody go to an engineer and mention the word ozone, isotope. Go ahead. Ozone isotope. And I'm sure it's other ones that I haven't even heard of because I never used. Right. All those plugins, they use a form of machine learning.
Right.
All of them. Yeah. All of them. So, and the song that was produced, you heard that shit, and you danced the jig at your aunt's wedding and shit to that shit.
Wasn't for you to know or care.
And didn't care.
No.
This what it
came just over the radio.
Right. It came over the radio. This is my shit. Yep.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for me to believe that the average consumer is really going to give a fuck if a larger percentage of the music that they consume and like was made using AI. They're not going to care.
Yeah.
They're not really going to care. Like, the only people that's going to care about it are the ones who have an emotional attachment to the skills that they have acquired over the years to do that shit manually.
Right.
And they place value on that, and I think in some way they place credibility on that as being an artist. on that, they're the only ones that's going to be mad. And typically what's going to happen is they're going to say, well, I refuse to use the new tools. So they're going to be doing things the old way, and they're going to find their competition, who are also skilled musicians, who was long before this was a thing, they were still doing music. They're going to decide that I'm using these tools, and they're going to lap you because the production time is going to be quick as shit. They're going to fucking lap you. Yeah. I can tell you right now from personal experience, when I'm in like that music mode, my production time is way quicker now. My turnaround time is way quicker now.
Yeah.
Way quicker. And I'm somebody that's been doing this for 40 years, long before there was some fucking AI or whatever. Nope. I was making beats and writing songs since I was 13. So, like, I'm telling you from my experience, I love that this is faster now. Right? I love this is faster now. Like, and especially since I think what happened to people is there was a lot of people who thought it'll never be able to, and then it could, because you bet against tech. How the fuck did you bet against tech? Tech being created by tool using apes. You bet against that when this literally been the story of human existence. That humans use tools, and our tools get better over time, and you bet against that for emotional reasons.
Emotional damage.
That's what it was. It was emotional reasons. It was that emotional connection to the skill that you invested time in learning. And there's a part of me that can empathize.
I empathize, yeah.
There's a part of me that empathize with that. But it's also a part of me that's like, look, I know how this works. If the giant corporations who have all the money, access, and resources say, oh no, we're going with this. And I don't know why you would think that wouldn't be the case. Like, why would you think that? Of course they was going to say, what? We can do what? Oh, the tech, it's ready? Yeah, we using that. Yeah, we using that. We using that. It's always been the case. Yeah. You can get mad, you can protest. That's within your right to do, right? But I don't know how much effect it's going to have as far as stopping the technology from continuing to develop. And y'all know how this works. I know y'all know how this works. I know y'all know how this works because some of you are old enough to have actually went into a Sam Goody and bought a cassette tape. You know how this works. Remember when, oh yeah, of course I'm going to get a cassette tape. Go get one now. Go get one now.
I can get one.
I'm sure you could. Absolutely.
I just have to go to this one specific place.
Exactly. Exactly. Like some of us are old enough to have been. 8 tracks. I'm old enough to remember when 8-track people were still using 8-tracks, right? Like
I don't know. I don't got no frame of reference for that.
Shut the fuck up. Listen,
I've heard that it exists.
Shut the hell up. Look, right? Like that you already have experience that this flips over, B. You already have experience that this flips over. Something Graydon said to me the other day about that. He was like, once the music industry realized they didn't have really control, once the tech got to a certain point where the music industry realized they really didn't have control over the distribution of music like they once had, they decided that they had an end game plan in mind. And that was to cut artists out. As soon as that tech get available, cut artists out. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
What it is.
Now, Mike made a reference to the 4 chords of power. So, for those who don't know what the 4 chords of power are, let me help you out a little bit. Oh crap. Wait, I'm using the wrong terminology. It is axiom 4 chords. Axis, not axiom. Okay, hold on.
Okay, yeah.
Almost there.
Accents are awesome. 4 chords long.
Blah, 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 blah. Where we at?
This course that his parents still have an 8-track player. Damn it. And dozens of cassettes. I think the last of my cassettes were thrown away because they no longer could be used when I moved here. The cassettes I still had left in boxes and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's a group called Axis of Awesome, and they brought something to light that a lot of people, especially if you don't make music, would really not have any clue of, right?
Right.
And actually, if you don't make music and you just thought about it, you would be around the point. You would be adjacent to the point because we are sheep, and our brains are simply pattern recognition machines, but they're not great at it.
Right.
They operate off of the effects of patterns, but they're not the best at necessarily identifying the patterns.
Right.
So anyway, they put this medley together, and basically, if you want to make a pop song, and about pop, they aren't talking about the genre necessarily. They're talking about popular music.
Right.
You only need the 4 chords.
Yes.
And songs that use these 4 chords are Journey, Don't Stop Believing, James Blunt, You're Beautiful, Black Eyed Peas, Where's the Love, Alphaville, Forever Young, Jason Mraz, I'm Yours, Train, Hey Soul Sister, The Calling, Wherever You Will Go, Elton John, Can You Feel Love Tonight, Akon, Don't Matter, John Denver, Take Me Home, Country Roads, Lady Gaga, Paparazzi, U2, With or Without You, The Last Good Night, Pictures of You, Maroon 5, She Will Be Loved, The Beatles, Let It Be, Bob Marley, No Woman, No Cry, Marcy Playground, Sex and Candy, Men at Work, Down Under, Jill Colucci, The Funny Things You Do, Jack Johnson, Taylor, Spice Girls, To Become One, Aha, Take On Me, Green Day, When I Come Around, Eagle Eye Cherry, Save Tonight, Toto, Africa, Beyonce, If I Were a Boy, Kelly Clarkson, Behind These Hazel Eyes, Jason Derulo, In My Head, Smashing Pumpkins, Bullet with Butterfly Wings, Joan Osborne, One of Us, Avril Lavigne, Complicated, The Offspring, Self-Esteem, The Offspring, You're Gonna Go Far, Kid, Akon, Beautiful, One Republic, Apologize, Eminem and Rihanna, Love the Way You Lie, Bon Jovi, It's My Life, Lady Gaga, Poker Face, Aqua, Barbie Girl, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Other Side, The Gregory Brothers, Double Rainbow Song, MGMT, Kids, Andre Bassoon, Time to Say Goodbye, Robert Burns, Auld Lang Syne, 5 for Fighting Superman. And they threw themselves in there, of course. Exes of Awesome, Bird Plane, Missy Higgins, Scar. Now, there are other songs that have been played in the medley. Alex Lloyd, Amazing. Richard Marx, Right Here Waiting. Adele, Someone Like You. Christina Perry, Jar of Hearts. Crowded House, Fall at Your Feet. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge. Daryl Braithwaite. The Horses, Pink, You in Your Hand. The Fray, You Found Me. Tim Minchin, Canvas Bags. Blink 182, Damn It. Casey Chambers, Not Pretty Enough. Alicia Keys, No One. Amiel, Love Song. Bush, Glycerin. Thirsty Merc, 20 Good Reasons. Lighthouse Family, High. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Soda Squeeze. Banjo Patterson, Waltzing, Matilda, Bic Rungi, Sway, Ben Lee, Cigarettes Will Kill You, Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror, Mika, Happy Ending, The Cranberries, Zombie, Natalie Imbruglia, Torn, Miley Cyrus, Wrecking Ball, Imagine Dragons, Demons, Idina Menzel, Let It Go, Rihanna and Calvin Harris, We Found Love, Flow Rock, Whistle, The Script, featuring will.i.am, Hall of Fame, Carson, Christopher, and James, Always on My Mind. And there are more. So it's not, and it's simultaneously in a commentary on how interesting our brain's relationship with pattern recognition is, and how creative we can be when we put our minds to it, because all of those songs use the same 4 chords, and a good group of those songs do not necessarily sound alike.
Right.
Of course, some of them do, because clearly it's inevitable. But a good percentage of those songs are differentiated from each other when you just listen and you don't know the chords or whatever.
Right. Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah. I know we went down this music rabbit hole, but
What up, McKenna?
yeah. What up, McKenna? Yeah. So everybody relax. You'll still get your slaps.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
still gonna get slaps. It's just
Absolutely.
the people that have more
Yo,
to learn how to talk.
Arma said Tombstone recorded his first beat using the phonograph and the harp.
No. I use the abacus. I'm clapping them shits together and making a rhythm. Man, please. Man, please. That shit worked. They were slapping. You heard the way them abacus be slapping.
All right. No, nigga. Yo. Yeah. All right. So
did you give us a name today? Let me look. Did you give us a name?
Yeah.
Lawsuits. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I guess I'll start with the boisterous, charismatic for all the wrong reasons, loud-mouthed, deceitful, pseudo-billionaire.
Fascistic.
Actually, this fits both of them. I'm talking about Diddy right now.
Yeah.
Sean Combs' empire, winnowed, but still weighty. The music mogul's business portfolio has shrunk in part because of multiple sex abuse allegations, but his wealth remains a critical factor as his criminal case unfolds. In arguing to keep Sean Combs in jail until his trial on federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges, prosecutors have portrayed him as a lavishly wealthy, well-connected music mogul who would be well-positioned to flee. In court papers, prosecutors cited media reporting that estimated his wealth at close to $1 billion. But as Mr. Combs' reputation has unraveled amid a wave of high-profile lawsuits and criminal charges, so has his business portfolio. Once a major brand ambassador and chairman of a media platform, he has been forced to withdraw from those roles. In June, several months before he was indicted, Forbes estimated his net worth at $400 million, down from the $740 million in 2019. Mr. Combs' fortune has been at the forefront of his public persona since the 90s, when the success of his hip-hop and R&B label, Bad Boy Entertainment, meant he was known as much for his high-flying, champagne-popping lifestyle as the music he's produced. 1 year ago, Mr. Combs, who was known as Diddy, was at the helm of an ever-growing portfolio. He was a record label founder, liquor promoter, cable TV and digital media chairman, philanthropist, and a fashion executive with a label called Sean John. He was larger than life as a marketer.
Also a baby oil junkie. Don't forget that.
Shut up. He always talked about being like a ringleader in the circus. The circus
because he's a clown. Hey, yo.
The circus tents began to fold, though, one by one during a cascade of sex abuse lawsuits that began in November. Mr. Combs, who was denied sexually abusing anyone, agreed to end his lucrative partnership with the liquor giant Diego amid a legal dispute, and he sold his stake in Revolt, the media company he founded. The value of his music catalog, including stakes in hit songs like I'll Be Missing You and It's All About the Benjamins, has been threatened by his reputational decline. Representatives from Mr. Combs declined to comment on his finances. Lawyers for Combs, who has pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges, are appealing a court's decision to keep him incarcerated until trial. They assert that their client is far from a flight risk, having voluntarily flown to New York to make himself available for arrest. They've called the onslaught of civil suits, which now number more than 20, in an attempt to extract financial settlements from a wealthy public figure. Celebrity net worths are the subject. By the way, people who fall for this dumb shit, pretty much every civil suit is an attempt to extract financial.
Could you please repeat that?
Because that's pretty much every civil suit is an attempt to extract financial means from another human being, because that's what civil suits all are. There are times when civil suits are filed where the person that filing it does not intend to actually get any money because of whatever circumstance. Right. But yes, that's what they are for.
That's exactly literally what they are. Yo,
it's exactly what they're for.
Or some shit.
Yeah, no. No, that's what civil lawsuits are. They are they are. Hey, we have a dispute, and I want recompense.
Motherfuckers are dumb, yo.
It's
Like they really are, yo. They, jeez.
it's that simple. That's what they are. Anyway,
You're only
Celebrity
doing that to
networks.
get money. It's
Yes.
a civil. All right.
yeah, that's uh-huh.
Right.
I can't initiate the criminal suit. I can only initiate
Yeah.
the civil suit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm going to do anyway. Celebrity networks are the subject of constant speculation, but it can be difficult to estimate a person's total assets with certainty from afar, especially for someone like Mr. Combs, whose portfolio is largely private and evolving in the shadow of his legal troubles.
Mm-hmm.
It's like trying to catch a falling knife, said Zach O'Malley Greenberg, a journalist and former Forbes editor who studied Mr. Combs' finances in 2022. He said, I firmly believe that he was at one point a billionaire. I firmly believe he is not now. $200 million nest egg. Much of Combs' wealth has stemmed from his work with Diego, which started more than 15 years ago when he began promoting his vodka brand Ciroc.
And by the way, that
Diego,
$1 billion is probably not liquid.
oh, yeah, likely not.
So
He and Diego purchased De Leon in a joint venture deal about a decade ago, and Mr. Combs leveraged his celebrity to promote the tequila brand on social media, in interviews, and as a prop in music videos. A Diego executive wrote in a court filing last year that the company had paid him nearly $1 billion during their entire relationship. But conflict spilled into public view in 2023 when his liquor company sued Diego, accusing it of typecasting Ciroc and De Leon as, quote, black brands that should be targeted only to, quote, urban customers. Diego denied the allegations of racism and accused Mr. Combs of mismanagement. The legal battle was still rolling when the singer Cassie filed a bombshell lawsuit accusing him of sexually and physically abusing her for years. He quickly settled with Cassie, whose full name is Cassandra Ventura, but more lawsuits followed. Part of Mr. Combs' dispute with the liquor company was over whether he should be allowed to continue to represent De Leon. After the wave of lawsuits began, Diego's lawyers argued that it was impossible for him to continue to be the face of anything. Facts. by January.
Still the face of baby oil. Listen.
By January, he and Diego had resolved their disputes. The lawsuits were dismissed, and Mr. Combs sold his half of De Leon. A public report for investors revealed that the sale was worth about $200 million. The origins of his fortune are his rise as a 20-something music producer whose work helped turn hip-hop into a global pop music. He started as an unpaid intern doing legwork for Uptown Records founder Andre Harrell before ascending to an executive role by the 90s. Early 90s, with a battle of egos playing out at the record label. Mr. Harrell fired Combs in 1993, allowing Mr. Combs to take an uptown talent, Notorious B.I.G., to his own company. Bad Boy was signed up distribution deal for rest of the major label and run by Clive Davis. For years, Bad Boy was a home for some of the hottest artists in hip hop. Blah 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 blah. The fall of Combs Global. By early 2023, Mr. Combs' business interests were all rebranded under a new name, Combs Global, which came with a vision to build the largest portfolio of leading Black-owned brands in the world. But compared to the bustling days at the Bad Boy offices in Manhattan, the day-to-day work at Combs Global was relatively decentralized. Most employees worked remotely, and when executives would gather for in-person meetings, they would often take place on the island in Miami Beach where Mr. Combs lived, said a former Combs Global executive.
Whoa. So, just so I'm understanding and being clear.
Globotron.
because
that's a villain origin story.
How is it not? I need somebody to explain to me how that's not.
That's 100%
his island. Yeah,
it's absolutely a villain origin story. Like what? The company became the umbrella for brands like Love Records and R&B label that briefly had a deal with Motown for Mr. Combs' 2023 comeback album. Ultimately came out independently without Motown's involvement. And Sean John, the clothing company that Mr. Combs bought back for $7.6 million after his majority owner went bankrupt. The line is now largely unavailable for sale. Combs Global also oversaw his charitable and more mission-driven work, including his online marketplace for Black businesses and a partnership with a New York charter school network that he helped expand. Blah blah blah. After the first several sexual abuse lawsuits were filed, there was an exodus at his company as many employees, including high-ranking executives, decided they did not want to be associated with his brand anymore. There were also waves of layoffs as Combs' business interests slumped. He settled the Cassie lawsuit for what his lawyers have described as an 8-figure settlement, but in the wake of a mounting pile of lawsuits, his portfolio of brands and causes fell apart piece by piece. He sold his stake in Revolt, a media company he founded more than a decade ago for an undisclosed sum. The charter school network ended its partnership with him. His online marketplace, Empower Global, is now defunct. As he awaits trial in a special housing unit at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, Mr. Combs endures a lifestyle far removed from his private plane and lavish homes, cars, and artworks. His sprawling 10-bedroom mansion in the Holmby Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles, which was raided as part of a criminal investigation, is on the market for $61 million. His home in Miami Beach was appraised at $48 million. He hoped to use it as collateral for a $50 million bond, but the court rejected that bid last month. Even as his financial position appears to be in decline, the government has repeatedly noted that he remains a very rich man, someone whose wealth investigators contend increases the potential risk that he will flee if released on bail. As of late last year, the government reported Mr. Combs had more than $1 million in personal cash on hand, as well as dozens of personal and corporate bank accounts containing millions of dollars more and vehicles in multiple locations. Prosecutors said Mr. Combs' wealth enabled him to employ a web of associates who helped facilitate sex trafficking and cover up his crimes. Those efforts, according to the government, included attempts to obtain hotel security footage to help hide a brutal assault on Miss Ventura. Crap, my cord is stuck.
What cord?
Headphone? Yeah. Oh, there we go. I got it.
Probably need to put a tie or
something. Shut up. But the wealth also supports the large defense team of lawyers led by Mark.
Of course.
Nifillo, who has represented high-profile defendants such as Keith Rainier and Martin Scarelli. Those lawyers are trying to arrange
one of the most punchable faces.
Hey, listen. Those lawyers are trying to arrange his release by promising to install a large and expensive team of private security staffers to monitor him at all hours while he stays at his home in Miami Beach. The team, which they propose will be led by a former police detective who once worked on security details for President George Bush and Vice President Al Gore, is designed to rebut the government's contention that beyond fleeing, Mr. Combs would use his freedom to intimidate potential witnesses. Even if the court doesn't fully trust him, trust the package as a whole. No. Prosecutors have been resisting the defense's proposal and arguing against it. In a recent filing, the government once again took aim at Combs' unusual wealth, saying that he should not be able to pay his way out of detention. Basically, he ain't close to being a billionaire no more. He's still rich as fuck.
See, yo, I'm glad that's said because I think some people get it twisted. Just because you ain't got a B by your name, the billionaire thing is fairly recent phenomenon.
Yeah.
Just because you don't have a B in your shit does not mean you can be so wealthy and still not be a billionaire that you would never spend that money in your lifetime, your kids' lifetime, and their kids' lifetime. Like, he's still got a shit ton of cash, bro. And or ways to get it by selling all the shit. So, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So
what's up, Ryan?
Have the time you deserve, Sean.
Have the time you deserve.
Because bruh, I don't believe you're gonna see the light of day again. Outside of the trial, of course.
Listen,
but
I think his lawyers are going through the motions because this is a payday for them.
Yeah, you got to.
But we all know, we've had that discussion on this show before about when the feds come. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. They ain't going to come at you unless they got you. That's why their conviction rate is so fucking high. So when I see people pretending that that's not true, who should know better and has acknowledged the truth of that before this, I got to look at you like you're so emotionally attached to the diddler.
Yeah,
the diddler did a number on you that you're dealing with copium.
We have to realize
it's amounts of copium.
We have to realize that everything. Once you reach 90%, 90% is so powerful that people believe that things that are actually 90% are certain.
You're right.
That is how strong a possibility 90% is. Like a stronger probability that 90% is. Like
you're right.
You have to understand. If something happens to the average person 9 times out of the 10 times that they try something, they're going to believe it's just this is what it is.
Yeah.
So that their conviction rate is in fact above 90%.
Yes.
So
like some of y'all are imbibing copious amounts of copium on that.
Yeah.
Like
think about what that means, right? So if let's say I don't remember the exact number. Let's say it's 94%, right?
Right.
That means that 9 times out of 10 the thing will happen, and in that one time, 4 times out of 10 that thing will happen. Yeah. So let's he gone. He gone.
He gone.
We just don't know exactly how all the details will shake out.
Right.
But
McKenna says the only thing I can see going more his way is some of the appeals process. He added a high-end appellate attorney to his team, a former RBG aide who's going to help set up a lot for the appeal. That's entirely possible. Motherfuckers be making them appeals.
Yeah, that's really what I mean. Like, I think that I don't remember the numbers, but there was a lawyer who showed the actual chart for these type of things, and the amount of years that he was facing for like one of the counts was like life.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah.
Given his age.
Yeah.
So that was just one of the counts. So I don't know how many counts he has in total. And then on top of that, obviously we don't know exactly what evidence they have.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting.
I gotta think the video evidence has to be striking.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know, like they got him dead to rights. Like, this you.
Like I said, people, this is the reverse of the civil trial as far as the jury is concerned. The jury has seen the evidence already. They've seen the evidence already. That once they see the evidence, that's when they decide, oh yeah, bring this motherfucker in.
Get him.
Yeah, bring him to trial. Bring him to trial. Let us show him this shit and then talk to him about it.
Yeah, maybe he got a explanation.
Right.
This looking crazy. This looking real crazy. But lawsuits, I think lawsuits are there's a difference between frivolous lawsuits, which became almost to a point of a plague, which is why you had a lot of politicians and regular citizens back during the 90s yelling for tort reform, because the amount of frivolous lawsuits was so ridiculous and so egregious that it was gumming up the system, right? So there's an argument, but overall, the concept of lawsuits is a sound one. If you do some goofy shit that costs me money, time, health, whatever, I should be allowed to sue your goofy ass.
Facts.
And to be made whole, as whole as I possibly can be made for your action. And when you start suing motherfuckers and they go to court and got to pay that shit and got to do the inconvenience and all of that, it's like a judicial six-pack of act right for some of these motherfuckers.
Facts. And McKenna makes a good point. To talking about the money that he's spending on these lawyers and the defense package and the appellate package and all this other type stuff. She says it also kills me because the more he spends on his team now, the less he'll have to pay out to the civil suits.
That is so true. That is so true. Yeah. And that's sad, actually. They're gonna pick his pockets dry. That's why when you see them doing little press junket runs and all of those shit, they going through the motions. They know what the feds have. At least a lot of what the feds have. They know. Like it's
I just said that's why I'm so inadequate for wasting my time overall. He doesn't know yet.
Yeah. Yo.
He also said at least he'll be able to get the good salami in prison with the money he has and know that wasn't meant to be a euphemism.
Pew. It's definitely.
He said it wasn't.
He's definitely going to a sausage party.
Well, sure. I mean, okay.
He's definitely going there. But just saying, look, is this really hurting him?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's a difference between, okay, a lot of y'all who ain't never been in jail, y'all act like jail is a giant gay porn video. There's a lot of other shit going on in that motherfucker. Right. And it's the idea of not being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And then on top of that, you're surrounded by some of the worst people on the planet while that's happening. You not being able to go outside when you want to go outside. Not being able to go like that shit. Like I said, if you've never been, don't. Don't. That shit
good
is
advice.
not
Good advice.
That shit is not cool, man. It's not cool. Just so you can put it in your bars. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
That's a good pin for the Diddy story.
Yeah.
So again, the next person, he's all those things I said before, and he's running for president. Central Park 5 sued Trump for defamation after he again blamed them for crime during presidential debate. The 5 men who were wrongly accused and convicted of a brutal New York City assault in 1989, known as the Central Park 5, on Monday sued former President Donald Trump for defamation after he once again asserted they were responsible for the crime and falsely claimed the victim had died during a debate with Vice President Kamala Harris last month. Key facts: Antron McCray, Kevin Richardson, Raymond Santana, Corey Wise, and Yusuf Salam filed the claim against Trump in federal court in Pennsylvania Monday, claiming the former president defamed them, painted them in an offensive false light, and intentionally inflicted emotional distress by making his claims on the national debate stage. In response to a comment from Vice President Kamala Harris about Trump's lengthy history with the Central Park 5, Trump claimed during the debate the group had pleaded guilty to the assault before changing their plea to not guilty and said they, quote, killed a person ultimately. Neither claim is true. The men never pled guilty to any crime associated with the attack, and the victim, Tricia May, now 64, is still alive. The 5 men maintained their innocence throughout their trial, conviction, and years spent in prison before they were exonerated in 2002, following the confession of convicted rapist and murderer Matthias Reyes. Trump has, in claims dating back to 1989, repeatedly asserted the men are guilty of the crime and said during the 2016 presidential election, quote, the fact that that case was settled with so much evidence against them is outrageous, end quote. The lawsuit asked for an unspecified amount of compensatory and punitive damages. Again, this is what civil suits are for. Just want to be clear before anybody. Yeah, this is what civil suits are for. Okay. Stephen Chung, Trump's campaign communications director, called the complaint, quote, another frivolous election interference lawsuit filed by desperate left-wing activists in the attempt to distract the American people from Kamala Harris's dangerously liberal agenda and failing campaign. Nigga, what?
Do you know why? Do you know why a lot of this is super personal to me as a black male? I can tell you stories. One in particular, me, 3 of my friends left out of the pool hall. I was a Muslim at this time. in full Muslim gear, the jelly bean, the everything. And we're walking back from the pool hall from out Route 40 Catonsville to get back to the village. Across the street from the pool hall was a Pizza Hut. As we walk down, we get down further past Mr. G's. We notice a police car following us, and it had been following us this whole time that we left. Eventually, it realized we made it and came down and stopped us. He gets out the car with his gun and says, "You guys just robbed that Pizza Hut." I said, "No, the fuck we didn't. We need to hold you here because one of the people that work at the Pizza Hut is they bringing her down so she can identify you." They bring her down. She gets out the car and she does this shit. Really looking like, you can't tell the difference between who robbed them, your ass up there and us. I got on a full, me, Felix, got on full Muslim. So the Muslims come into your Pizza Hut and rob your ass. She actually said that. If she had said, "Yeah, that's them,"
right, it'd been a whole different story.
After putting us through that bullshit, she said, "No, that's not them." So yeah, when somebody puts the bone out on you as your group of black men and say, "Hey, y'all did this," because there's this assumption of guilt all the time when it comes with us, especially when you're young. There's this assumption of guilt. It could upheaval your entire fucking life just trying to defend yourself against the accusations. Fuck that. If they were shown to have not done that, and they were, for you to still be getting on huge platforms claiming they still guilty with the cult you got that will believe everything you fucking say out of your goddamn mouth. Nah, lawsuit. Nah, I'm going to do to you what they did to Fox. You want to keep lying? I'm going to knock a chunk out of your pockets. See if that don't give you a big old cup of act right. Sue the fuck out of him.
Facts.
Sue the fuck out of him. Nah.
100%. Yeah, there's nothing for me to add. Like, legitimately, get this motherfucker out the bed. Like, listen, I personally feel like everybody should do whatever they can to fuck his life up as much as possible.
As a rule, as a general rule.
Yeah, as a general rule.
Rule, just overall.
Yeah.
If a motherfucker lies on you and it costs you money, health, whatever else, sue the fuck out of him. Get him the fuck up out of here. Because what I did notice about, it's not that Fox has stopped misrepresenting things. They still do that, but they don't do that nearly as much as they used to. And they push back more on their side of the ideological fence more now after that suit. Why? Because they was fed a healthy dose of act right. That's why.
Simple.
You can't let motherfuckers get away with throwing your name in the fucking dirt. You can't let them do it. And if you have the resources and opportunity, sue them every time. Every fucking time. Sue them twice on the same shit. If they lose the first time and you won and then they still out here saying shit, sue them again.
Facts.
Fuck that. Because too many motherfuckers is getting comfortable with lying on other people. They getting too comfortable with that shit and doing it on big platforms. And listen, you guys already know, because I've been talking about this shit for quite a few years now, how there's a lack of critical thought in the populace. They have all these reasons for believing things. Very few of those reasons have anything to do with the facts backing it up. They got all these other reasons. Oh, everybody knows this. Appeal of popularity. Appeal of popularity. They got all these other reasons to believe shit. So we already know that people are susceptible to believe what powerful, connected, popular people say. Motherfucker get on a big ass platform and accuses you after you've been exonerated and accuses you of still doing that same murder, knowing how many people he convinces. If that motherfucker fought and say it was thunder, these motherfuckers will believe him. So imagine him getting on a platform like that and saying, oh no, they still killed and raped that woman who ain't even dead, by the way. She's not even dead. She's not even dead.
That's the part.
Nah, sue the fuck out of him. Sue the fuck out of him. I don't care what you think about his policies, such as they are, or who he is. This should be across the board. If a motherfucker do that shit to you, nah, get the lawyers on him. Get the lawyers on him. Haul his ass in court. Hit them pockets. You hit them pockets enough, he'll shut the fuck up.
Oh.
He'll stop doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, 1000%.
Ryan says, it's atrocious how people stereotype any group of people. One time I got pulled over for 67 in a 45 on my bike. Immediately I was told I was an actual outlaw and they wanted to arrest me for it. Yo, listen. Nah, man. When they violate, I don't care who it is. If it's an institution that violates, you sue them. Don't let them get away with shit. You know why? Because they ain't gonna let you get away with shit. Let you fuck up. Let you miss a payment. Let you accidentally spend some funds that was accidentally put into your bank account.
Right.
By accident. Shit. They gonna, nah. And the thing that bothers me a lot about some of the shit is some of the very wealthy and connected people, and this is actually a ploy Trump has used all throughout his career, long before he got into politics. They have the money and the lawyers to keep your ass in court. Keep your ass in court. Even though you're right and you bid the lawsuit, they had the money to exhaust you to the point where you just say, fuck it. Because I'm going broke paying these lawyers.
And that was the other side that I was talking about, where when you do take someone to civil court or when you are involved in a civil suit, and you don't actually expect to get any money from it.
Right. It's principle.
Yeah.
Principle. But I don't want to go in the hole. I don't want to have a net negative either. And I think
no, I'm not. Listen, I'm not going to be the one to do it. but some people do. It ain't going to be me.
Keep going.
So, yeah, I just don't. It's very difficult to have any type of compassion for a person such as this. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. And not enough people call him on his shit. Not enough people call him on his shit. Augman said, yeah, some people have the money to prove the point. Right. So, like, there are certain times where there are celebrities that will sue lesser celebrities and stuff like that in situations simply because they know that they don't have the money to keep up with the lawsuit, and they're just proving the point. They know they're not going to actually get any money from it, but I'm going to I'm going to pull you through a ringer, and I'm going to make sure you lose. I don't need it, but I'm going to make sure you lose a good portion of money. So, yeah, but no, I don't have any. Yo, McKinnon said, I mean, let's be real. They can probably crowdfund for their lawyer fees for this case. You ain't lying. I ain't gonna hold you. If they throw that thing on Kickstarter, I'm up in there. I'm up in there. Yeah, because the things that are in place are supposed to be such that things like this can't go on. This is actual defamation. You can't do that. Especially now, I wonder if the courts will take this into account. Given the cult of personality that he encompasses, and given how his words have been proven to incite violence.
Yeah.
I feel like this should be taken more seriously than your average defamation lawsuit.
I think, bro, think about it. He got on national TV. There are millions of people that was watching that shit across the country, probably even across the world. There's millions of people that watched this shit and watched him refer to them as murderers and rapists, even though they was exonerated and the woman wasn't even killed. What happened to her was horrible, but they wasn't the ones that did it. They wasn't the ones that did it. And he went on a platform as big as that. I think people didn't normalize him just talking out of his ass. They normalized it to the point where any opponent of his has to be perfect. They have to be perfect because you're so used to him being imperfect that is, that's just baked in the cake now. Right. That normalization is horseshit. I've said this numerous times before, but it bears repeating. I was raised and taught there's a certain level of professionalism you had to have given the situation. That the way I act around my friends and my family goes out the window when I'm in a situation where I have to go downtown, put on a fucking suit, talk to somebody in some institution, some motherfucking where that's going to either affect my money or my freedom or whatever. There's a certain way I'm supposed to conduct myself. And double it to the fact that I know that nobody is going to give me any fucking thing if I get jammed up in some bullshit. No one's going to say, I ain't going to say no one. My level is sure.
Yeah, sure.
But just people who don't know me, take one look, guilty. He probably did it.
Shit. Yeah.
I have to conduct myself, make sure I conduct myself in a certain manner that I don't look crazy. Every time I had to go to court, which I know sounds crazy to say, right? but every time I had to go to court, I didn't conduct myself in there the way I conduct myself out in the streets.
Right.
It was yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm not acting uncouth. The amount of privilege to be able to act like a complete and total ass in every situation is crazy. And the fact that we allow that and make excuses for it and justifications because we find it entertaining, that entertainment shit is going to kill all of us. It's entertaining. I don't look towards these motherfuckers for entertainment. I don't look towards politicians for entertainment, bro.
Yo said you've made politics fun again.
Yo.
What?
The fuck are you talking about?
Politics is not supposed to be fun.
No.
What are we talking about?
You are a public servant. You made delivering mail fun again. Nigga. What are you talking about? That shit is disgraceful, yo. And again, this could be, and I'm willing to acknowledge this could be a bias because of the generation I grew up in. There were certain things we was taught about how you were supposed to conduct yourself in a business environment. That ain't it. And when I see motherfuckers doing this, like a bunch of trained seals, or when you do that shit, I'm like, yo, he's running for the biggest office on the planet. And he can't conduct himself no better than that? That's fucking embarrassing. You're not embarrassed by that? To be represented by that? How broken are you?
Nigga.
Is it a good time, y'all? Is it? You having fun with it? You having fun? Get the fuck out. You know, it's in the false equivalencies is what kill me. I ain't even talking about comedy. I'm saying any opponent. Any opponent that he would have had, they're going to try to make a false equivalency. Well, he's just as bad as... No! These are regular politicians that's going to do regular politician shit. They're going to tell you they're going to do something, and they may or may not try if they get in office. Sorry. They're going to do regular politician shit. We ain't never seen bullshit like this. Not in modern times of politics. We ain't never seen that. And the fact that so many are so willing to just overlook that shit is crazy to me. But instantly, if I go to a job interview and I come in that motherfucker, yo, they're going to say, get this motherfucker the fuck out. You go to a job interview, you go to that fucking interview acting like you got some goddamn sense so you can get the job.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what elections are. They're job interviews.
Facts.
Fuck out of here, man. But I'm so entertained. Go to the circus. Hire a birthday clown.
I would argue that they have.
That's just disgusting to me, man. Like that's some lowbrow bullshit. Look, I come from the hood. I know all about the lowbrow. But guess what we was taught? Guess what my mama taught me? My grandfather taught me.
Oh.
Shut up. He's so stupid. No, they taught me, all right now, about to go in that office.
Mm-hmm.
You know what to do. You code switch. You code switch. All that shit I've overheard you and your friends talking about on that front porch. Don't bring that shit in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden, don't nobody act like they have home training and don't understand that that's how you're supposed to conduct yourself. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. A nation of fucking children. They just want to be entertained. So the next time he goes to a rally or something, if he juggle, you gonna give him your vote? That's impressive. He juggled. Get the fuck out of here. Mm-hmm. To keep it up, I don't care if I agreed with his policies. Doing that is never going. No, this motherfucker don't even have the impulse control to control themselves. I'm giving you that job. You crazy. I'm giving you that. Look at you. You're a mess.
Yeah.
Y'all, somewhere along the line, motherfuckers then lost their way on that shit. Maybe you're so. Maybe if I choose to be charitable, maybe you're so disappointed by the system, by how things work, by how politicians have got up there and said they was going to do shit and didn't, and how they constantly use what you can clearly see is canned behavior. When they get up there and they act a certain type of way, you know they're only doing that because they're trying to present to you an image of themselves that may or may not necessarily be them. And you're so disappointed because then you give them your support, they get in there and they don't do the shit you want them to do. And then maybe you think, well, maybe we need the Joker. Maybe we need the Joker. That's what you think, right? You remember that scene in Batman in that same movie where fucking Alfred said they turned to a man they didn't really know. They turned to a man they really didn't know. Like, I don't give a fuck. Seriously. Why not Nikki Haley? Y'all couldn't have put Nikki Haley up that motherfucker? Like, the fuck? That shit is the
Sadly, no, because for some of them, a part of it is that Kamala is a woman. So, no, Nikki wouldn't have worked.
A woman of color.
Yeah.
And so is Nikki.
As much as Nikki tries to hide that fact.
Yeah, well, she ain't called herself Nikki, so.
Right.
No real name. Like,
right.
No, man, I don't know, man. Like I said, like, beyond a group identity and all that other shit, there's just a certain way I feel like you're supposed to conduct yourself in a business environment. That's just how I feel. And when I see somebody incapable of doing that, that doesn't scream to me competence.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Thanks. All facts. Yeah, so lawsuits. The lawsuits are over. Let's let me see. I don't know where we are.
I know because we don't. Yo, StreamYard did give you a lot of info.
Yeah, this is okay. Here we go. All right. So next up, let's do a very, very quick dumbass of the week. I don't know if this is real,
right?
Because a lot of dumb shit they be making up, and I don't know nothing about these people, so I have no idea if this actually happened. Mm-hmm. But there was a post on Twitter.
We're gonna do that, Discord. We're gonna do that.
Can you get a calculator?
Calculator?
Yeah. Can you get a calculator ready?
Yeah. Hold up. All right, I'm ready.
How many years is 427 months?
All right, hold up. You said how many years?
Mm-hmm.
I think 35.
35 years. Okay. All right. What is 427 times 599?
599?
Mm-hmm.
427, 599. 255,773.
Okay. So there's a video of a woman at a car dealership. Mm-hmm. And in this video, she's been interviewed by who is purportedly the car salesman who just sold her a vehicle. Mm-hmm. It is the 2025 Toyota Camry. Now, for those that don't know about cars, number one, the model year comes out the year before the actual year, right? So 2025s are in production and for sale currently, right? Mm-hmm. Also, if you don't know a lot about cars, you might not know that the Toyota Camry is one of the most reliable cars that you could ever have. Mm-hmm. It's going to last you for a while. There are some that last like to 280,000 miles plus.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to get a car and you're looking for longevity, Toyota Camry might be a good choice. I have a Toyota Camry, 2016 Toyota Camry. I've had it since 2016. So I got a little bit early. A little bit late, a little bit later after it, first came out because it came out in 2015. Like I said, the whole thing. Mine happened to be a rental car before I got it, and it only had very few miles on it when I got it. So it's good.
Ryan says next to the Honda Accord.
I mean, I don't know. Just the Japanese people make good cars. We'll just say that. So yeah, my car's still running. Still working, still doing what it's supposed to do. That's 8 years later. So, a lot of people don't keep cars for 8 years, right?
Right.
The problem here is in this video, he asked her.
Chrissy said that her old Toyota Camry only lasted a couple of years.
You gotta consider the operator.
Operator. Yo, that was ass.
No, it wasn't Chrissy. It wasn't Chrissy.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Chrissy. You gotta consider the operator. Yeah. Because nigga. So this lady is going viral because in this video she claims between her and the salesman, they claim that she got this 2025 Toyota Camry for $0 down, $599 a month for 427 months.
Damn.
So,
damn.
First of all, as I said in the beginning, I don't know that this is real.
Yes.
Because I feel like this should be illegal. There is no way that you should be able to put somebody in a contract for 35 years for $255,000.
That should be illegal, bro. That should be illegal. Come on.
That should be absolutely
what are we
There's no way.
What are we fucking doing? Like, yo, that's crazy. That's insane. That's insane.
Because here's the deal. You could never because here's something some people do, right? Some people, if they don't have a substantial down payment to put on the car, they might go ahead and do the zero down joint and get a higher monthly payment for a higher term contract, and then refinance in a few months or whatever the case may be, in order to get those things down. There is no bank in the world. I don't give a fuck what your credit score is. That is going to refinance you out of a $255,000 35-year loan.
Yeah, it's not happening.
That is a house.
Yes, it's not happening.
That is literally.
It's not happening. Like, what are we doing? Can somebody tell me what we're doing?
There is no way.
No.
So it has to be fake, right? Because that can't be legal. That cannot be a legally binding contract.
No.
Because what?
What that happened in North Korea?
Nigga, no, it's here.
Oh. I know it's a lot of grifting happening here in the United States. It's home of the grift, other than Nigeria. It's home of the grift, right? It's home of the grift. Come on, man. Like,
this has to be fake, right? Like, people you can't possibly be this dumb. So, because here's the thing.
Hold up.
Right?
See, then when you put it that way.
No. Listen. This is why I say that. In general, obviously, motherfuckers are stupid. Yes. But I would. The reason I said you can't possibly be this dumb is because in general, when I first saw this, without doing the math of the money, I looked at the number of months and I'm like, there is no way on earth that anybody is going to put you. There's no way that a contract for a vehicle is going to be, well, I ain't gonna say any vehicle, but generally for the average rank and file person, there's no way that a contract for a vehicle is going to span 427 fucking months.
Agreed.
Yo, this one said Rudy Giuliani personally signed off that alone.
Yo, what the fuck?
Like, motherfuckers get mad when they get a 72-month contract for a car.
Yeah.
427. There's no fuck.
Nobody presented that. And nobody signed that.
There's no way.
It's no way. Yeah, he got 427 months.
What? Why would? Huh?
Whoever. If this is true, whoever signed that, I need to talk to your handlers. Like your handlers have to be at fault because 427 months.
Yo, if you were going to do 427 months, which you wouldn't ever, because it's not a real thing, but that number should be much closer to like $50 a month.
Right.
Because, nigga, what do you mean?
You should be paying $25 a month.
Nigga, because I'm wondering, like, if you go to get that insured, like, because I don't know this. If anybody knows this, let me know. Do insurance companies look at your contract when you're buying a car before they give you your quote? Because there's no way. How the fuck you going to insure a 427 month contract?
They would have to look at it. They would have to look at it.
Because what the fuck? How you want? You can't. Ain't nobody going to insure you. Like, what are you? 427 months?
Yo, that's a lifetime. That's a lifespan for some people.
Bro, this cool. If this is supposed to say $59.90 or 99 cents for 427 months, that's more believable. Because let me see, that would be 59.50. Oh, hold up. Yes, I did that wrong.
Did you?
427 times 59.50.
Discord said the central.
Yeah, that'd be 25,000.
26K.
I mean, it might not be base price, but it ain't $255 fucking dollars, $1,000. Like, there's no way you can buy 9 of these for this loan that is claiming to be a real thing. Anyway, yeah,
that's price gouging.
Nigga, yo, somebody says she signed a 720 deal, not a 360 deal, a 720.
She signed the 1080p deal.
And then somebody says it's clearly not real. No bank is going to loan that term.
Hell no.
The most is 84 months. It's just making fun of these low credit places. They will sell you $8,000 car and charge you $30K in interest. That's facts, which should be illegal as well. Like, what are we talking about?
It really should. That's crazy. That's insane.
No, somebody says she's paying over $250,000 over 35 years for a Toyota. She might as well get the logo tatted on her. Yo, somebody said her 2-year-old son. Somebody said her 2-year-old son seeing a bill of $599 after she passes away, bruh.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Somebody said she finna pass that bill to the next generation.
Shit, I ain't paying shit. I'm gonna pass that shit right on. I ain't paying shit.
Yeah, there's no way that this shit
it can't be real, bro.
Should be legal.
Like, and if it's real, it shouldn't be legal.
Yeah,
because again,
I mean, it's not real. It can't be real. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way that shit.
It can't.
Anyway, yes, let's move on to our weeks.
All right. So my week was largely uneventful. I did a lot of work on the comic book stuff, which that's kind of all the time, but there are things coming from the app that we're working on. Yeah, there are things coming that I think you guys are going to be very impressed about. Very impressed about. I think these are game-changing features. Also, just in the marketing and presentation of the comic book in other formats, like video and shit like that. It's just it's an amazing array of tools that we have now that we didn't have before. And when you start seeing all that shit come together, it's like, oh, we can do this. Now we can do that. So some of the stuff, of course, will be funneled to our Patreon. We'll make sure our Patreon members get a lot of that early stuff first. There's just a lot of cool stuff in it. Here should be a fundamental year for the company.
Yeah.
It should be a fundamental year because there are other writers that have that IP that they're sitting. And next year, we're still going to have meetings about this and decide how we're going to schedule it. But yet, next year, I really do want those books to get some shine.
Right.
I don't want them having to wait. You know, like I figure E&E has had 3 Kickstarters. It's time to do some Kickstarters for these other books, which I did them both. The ones that are finished, I read them both. They're good stories. Current. I've looked over SBJ's IP that he's developing. It's good shit. It's good shit. And it deserves to have some life. Yeah. The issue has always been, though, what we had to learn the hard way is that there are times of the year that are not good for Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter is not good for Kickstarter. It's just not. People are spending their money on other things. The holidays coming up.
Right.
It's not a good time for them. So we will focus on retail, merchandise, selling of the actual physical and digital copies of the books. Fourth quarter. But those first 3 quarters, they do need to be some Kickstarter shit going on with that. And we didn't do as much as we wanted to do this year because we had these setbacks. But hopefully next year, a lot of that shit. Really, like I said, with the technology progressing as fast as it is, there's going to come a day when we're going to be able to do this for a very low cost. But right now, it does cost the company quite a bit of money to do a lot of this and produce a lot of this. So my mind mostly this week has been on just trying to get a new format, new production process. Shut up. New production process for the following year, because it's going to be important for us to really just like tighten our belts as far as the production process and put books out more often. Because if you're a reader that's trying to keep up with a story, I know this from personal experience, fairly recent experience with DC and their Dr. Manhattan story. They drop some books so infrequently that you would forget about the story. Oh yeah, I did read the last one. I gotta go back and read that one because I can remember you know what I'm saying? And it's a bad policy. That's a bad policy. Now they have no excuse because they are a legacy company with a bunch of money, right? Yeah. But we not that. We will be that, but we not that now. You know what I'm saying? We not that now.
Well, all right. This is semantics, but I just have to say it because it popped up in my brain. They do have an excuse. They're owned by WB.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so WB has in recent years been claiming broke and having issues with content and all that other shit. So
that's true.
They have a slight excuse.
They do. I don't like it though because
it's a terrible excuse.
Yeah, y'all been around too long. You don't do that shit.
Right.
Like tighten up.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's a bunch of just personal stuff, health stuff that I have to get on top of, and I am. For the most part, I'm getting on top of that shit. So, other than that, that's kind of my week. My week was all about creativity this week, and I love being in that space because the worst thing in the world is to be a creative whose well is dry. You have them phases where your well is dry. It's like fuck. I want to create something. I don't even know what to create. I don't know to create when I create the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not in that space. Like I'm just writing shit. So is Gray. Just writing shit. Especially for OBC and shit. So yeah, that was my week.
Word. Let me see. What do I have? Do I have anything? I feel like a couple things. Y'all see how the StreamYard transition is going here.
Yes.
And most of that is y'all don't see because there's not too much different
right.
for y'all.
Right.
and we're stable. It did not happen the same way for Chrissy, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got to the 11th hour. I had her stream site set up and running to both YouTube and Facebook. Then we went to add a camera. Simply put, her MacBook is not capable of handling OBS.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not capable of handling OBS. As soon as we started that camera up, all sorts of glitches and shit popped up.
Oh no.
So she paid for the $45 StreamYard for the month. But then it hit me. See, when we canceled, there was an offer to reduce the monthly price to about what it was before. I think like $2 more or some shit like that. Now, we didn't do it when we canceled because, yes, the budget was the primary concern, but also fuck them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuck them. But I remembered that when she signed back up. So I'm like, hey, try this. You already paid the $45.
Right.
So no matter what's about to happen, you will get that 30 days of access.
Right.
Go ahead and try to cancel again. See if they give you that discount.
Right.
Sure enough, she tried to cancel. Told them it was too expensive. They gave it a discount. Now,
Wow.
It only lasts for 6 months.
That's ass.
So
eventually you're going to wind up.
We have 6 months to figure out either getting her a different laptop or whatever the case may be. But we 6 months is much better than 1 day.
No, I agree.
So
I'll disagree.
So we'll have something figured out by then. But for now, like I said, the price is like $2 more than what it originally was.
My price is my price.
Negative. So yeah, they're still on StreamYard for now. But obviously we have transitioned, and the new podcast is not going to be on StreamYard either, because because fuck them.
No.
So next, there's this talk show host named Karamo. He's a Black therapist, and I always like watching therapist related stuff with Chrissy because
she's the therapist.
Yeah, that's what she does. It's one of those DNA testing / my partner's cheating / family issues type of shows, but it's more rooted than a lot of them are. And it's forgot
the child of Maury Povich. Is that
well? We're going right there. That's exactly where we're going. So in watching this, like I said, it's way more rooted than all those other shows. So it's like it's a lot less nonsensical.
Right.
So we watch that every now and then. And one of the channels where his shows are on has Steve Wilkos episodes and Maury episodes on.
Ain't that some shit?
So the three of them did a sit down where they did a watch back of some of their episodes. So I'm like, oh, cool. Let's check this video out. So the first episode was a Karamo episode. Cool. Second episode was a Karamo episode. Again, like I said, his show is much more grounded.
Right.
Then it gets to one of Maury's episodes. Nigga. Here's why I don't watch most reality TV. So there was a woman who was on his show for the 18th time or 19th time, I don't remember.
Right.
Because she had 17 different men tested to see if they were the father of her daughter.
Oh,
wow. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Do you understand how unlikely it is to have potentially 17 people be the father of one child?
How unlikely?
It's very, 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 very
you
unlikely.
Might be underselling.
No, listen. Because when I originally wrote these notes, I was going to sell it harder. But then sometime during the week, I saw this video of this woman who said, and apparently achieved, she said, it was a vlog that documented the entire week. And the second to last day of this week was when she was going to do the task that she said, when she was going to attempt the task that she said she was going to attempt. And the last day was her confirming whether she succeeded or not. She did succeed. What was this task that she sought out? Was to sleep with 100 men in 24 hours. So, because that happened, I'm not going to sell this as hard as I was going to at first, because there's some people that just, listen.
Wait a minute, hold on. She wanted to sleep with 100 people.
100 men in 24 hours. And she actually got to 101.
Yo, so, why? I'll never understand it, but why put your body through
that? And that's the crazy thing about it, right? On the last day, when she was talking about the results, she was like, yeah, I feel terrible. Like, I feel like I've been hit by a bus.
I bet.
And it's like,
yo, was this for cloud?
She's a sex worker. She's a I think OnlyFans. Girl.
All right. So sex worker.
Right, McKenna? It's kind of impressive. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so yeah, you are a sex worker, but hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
That's your job.
Yes.
I've had jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bus. When I was a busboy,
yeah,
I may have been a busboy. That was my job. But I don't want to bust 100 tables.
Right.
24 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna hit you back with some. I'm gonna hit you back with some logic. I'm gonna hit you back.
Okay.
I'm gonna fight back on that.
All right.
I would argue that the likelihood of you making more money because people hear that you're the most prolific busboy in the world is not gonna happen. I would argue that her making more money because people hear that she's being as prolific as she is absolutely going to happen.
Okay, sure. For the novelty freak show of it, yes.
Yeah, that's all she needs. Listen. With these sites like OnlyFans, right? It's just like any other service that you sign up with, or subscription. Any other subscription that you sign up for, whether it be a free trial or whatever the case may be. Likely, there are two scenarios. Either you like what you experience, you like what you pay for enough that you keep paying for it, or you're not concerned about it enough to go back and cancel in time.
Yeah, cancel. Yeah.
So I would argue she's probably getting at least 2 months payment for anybody that signed up for the sheer curiosity. Yeah, that could be a lot of money, my God.
No, I know, and I reckon I've read stories about the amount of money the motherfuckers make out there. I put in your body.
Listen, different people have different priorities, my guy. I don't.
It's true, but
like I said, it's crazy how the fucking algorithm works because, like I said, I was planning on hard selling how unlikely it is that there are 17 people that could possibly be the father of your child, and then I see this video, where she got 100 of them in a day.
That's just insane to me, bro.
Nigga, crazy thing, I couldn't do nothing but send that shit to Chrissy. No caption, no words, just take that shit. She like, bruh. I said, yes. This is the shit I happened to stumble across. Anyway,
shit is it's gross, yo.
So again, even with that extra context, do you understand how unlikely it is to have potentially 17 people be the father of one child, right? So now, off of that alone, I was contemplating turning this fucking video off. But wait, there's more. She was brought to the show this time because her husband was having an affair on her with said child. Now, I don't think I need to explain the issues with that part of it. But wait, there's more. He also claimed to be the father of that child's child.
So
now, while definitely more likely than the 17 baby daddy thing, come on now.
So what I want now.
It gets worse.
Probably what I've wanted my entire adult life is everything I talked about in the song Cosmic. I gotta get away from this. Like, what?
But wait, there's more.
Ass.
So the daughter comes out. So the daughter comes out.
Hey, yo, Discord said how long ago did that train leave the station?
The daughter comes out. after so due to after, he says those things. Then the mother comes out, his wife. Then he tells her those things. After he tells her those things, the daughter comes out, right? So now she's going back and forth with her daughter, and her daughter says one of the reasons she did this was because her mother slept with one of her boyfriends. Now, before you react, wait.
That's ridiculous.
Wait. There's one more thing. So they do the DNA test, and it turns out the husband is not the father of the baby, thus leaving an opportunity for the daughter to follow in her mother's footsteps of coming on this show several times to try to find out who the father of her child is.
Yo.
This is simply not true.
It can't be.
There is no way.
I know. Listen, I know you monkeys are debauched. I am fully aware of what I'm dealing with. I know how debauched you are. You guys have no idea about some of the neighbors I've lived next to in this shit. You have no idea when I was in the hood. But this is not. It can't be. This is a fiction. This is a fiction. This is not. No.
Yeah. There's no way this is not true.
It can't be.
Is absolutely not true. Like, this is less likely. As much as we know that car story was fake, it's way more likely that story happened.
Then yeah.
Than this story.
True.
There's no way.
True.
This is why I don't watch the shit.
Yo,
because
do you remember when it became the rage when it first started, like the whole reality show concept first started? I remember at the time it actually started with Survivor, I believe. Survivor.
I don't know which one was first, but it was like in the same time period. It was Survivor, Big Brother, Real World.
Yes.
That type of
I was never really into it, and to be honest, I didn't think. Show me how much I underestimated the debauchery of humans. Yeah. I didn't think shit that was going to last. I thought it was a phase, and that was it. Many Love and Hip Hops later. Many Real Housewives of Cucamonga later. Not only does it have legs, it at some point became the preeminent thing. And I find them all to be relatively disgusting and absurd because, one, you're lying.
Yeah.
This is not reality. We know the behind the scenes shit of how y'all do shit now. And it might be rooted in stuff. Y'all might make up shit just to have something to be able to put on there. But this is not reality. So the lie of the name of it turned me off first.
Sure.
But also what motherfuckers felt like they had to do was say they did to feel relevant on them shows.
Yeah.
It's a dumbing down, lowering of standards down type of shit that humans brought on themselves because we invented the TVs. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing about it. The way I feel about its trajectory is that it started off being something, regardless of your interest in it and not interest in it.
Right.
It started off being something that was potentially epic. Now, in a different way than it is now, because you can't deny the success of it. but in a very different way than it is now. It started off with the potential to be very epic, and then it just took a couple wrong turns and continued to compound on those wrong turns.
Yes,
and then it just became
you know
the, fully scripted. Like
you know that the Hindenburg explosion was epic too.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Epic ain't synonymous with good.
Like the word, another word that fits right in here is like great. Like,
right.
Yeah, like no, so my history with it, with reality TV in general, I watched probably like one of the first seasons of Survivor, and I was like, yeah, it's not for me.
Look, Survivor almost seems quaint and wholesome.
Oh, no, 100%.
Person.
My shit, because by this time, it was the perfect inflection point for me where I was aware that this was not 100% true. And at this point, it was still feasible to say 100% because there were still elements of it that were feasible.
Right.
Was Flavor of Love.
Oh,
Flavor of Love was when, and after Flavor of Love is when I was like, all right, no, this shit is just getting way too outrageous.
I think the first season of Flavor of Love was the one that, like, because this is shit that my peoples was watching. So
yeah,
I'm watching it, and you do get kind of engrossed in the spectacle of it.
Yeah,
you get engrossed in it. But it's like you said. I don't know. After a certain amount of time, the way my brain works, it just looks futile. It looks, and I started missing stories, like real stories, like.
So I watched I watched like a season or so of Survivor, and I watched the first 2 seasons of Flavor of Love. After that, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. There are shows that. Now, because Chrissy loves reality TV,
you end up watching it because they're watching it.
Yeah, but and then there are some like the reality TV shows that I will watch, like I will like decide to watch, are game show type reality TV shows.
I get that.
Where at least there's a game element to it.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps me, like disregard how scripted some of it is.
Yes.
So yeah,
and then, that other thing is with those specific types, not the game ones, but the other ones, they're so scripted.
Yeah.
Even if it's not written down,
right?
That there are things that we expect to happen. Oh, look, this girl doesn't like this girl. This girl, however, is friends with. They have the same friends. They're at a club or restaurant. There's drinks on the table. You already know what's about to happen.
There's gonna be some drinks thrown.
Some drinks gonna get drunk. Like that's how scripted it is.
Facts.
That we look. We see.
But the thing about that is, people. That's a bad thing for us. It's a great thing for a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
right? Because of Occam's razor, they believe that they're just that good at predicting things.
Yeah, right.
When Occam's razor would tell you, no, it's just a pattern. It's all the elements are there. It's your brain. It's your brain with the pattern recognition.
That's what it is.
That's what I should have named this goddamn episode.
You should have the pattern recognition. Listen, in a lot of ways, network television is to blame for the rise of reality shows, much like the traditional politics in this country is to blame for the rise of Trump. Earlier, I was trying to get that quote from I think it was The Dark Knight that Alfred said. It applies to this as well. When he said, you crossed the line first, sir. You squeezed them. You hammered them to the point of desperation. And in their desperation, they turned to a man they didn't fully understand. Much as the same as this. There was a shit ton of scripted crap all on network TV. They would float these sitcoms out, and a lot of that shit was garbage. We did have a golden age of sitcoms, but then we also had a garbage age of sitcoms that was coming out.
Thanks.
They were terrible and they were predictable. And the tropes they were using were predictable for everybody to the point where it was no longer exciting. And then reality TV, basically, they crossed the line first. They squeezed the audience with this bullshit. Same thing happened to music, by the way. They squeezed the audience with this bullshit. And then the audience's desperation, they turned to some shit they didn't fully understand. And as a result, we witnessed the total chaos that took place after that of these shitty ass reality shows. Shitty.
Yo, I always said my favorite scripted fake reality show is The News.
Yo, yeah,
I can empathize with that.
I can empathize with that. I can definitely empathize with that shit. Like, again, this is the same shit, right? So with The News, they crossed the line first.
Yeah,
they showed how absolutely corporate they were, how much it was about branding, how much it was about we're going to run these stories because these stories do so well with this audience, and we're going to come from this perspective because our audience kind of wants us to do this. That we start seeing how fake it was. We start seeing how corrupt it was. We start seeing how fucked up it was. And in our desperation, we turned to a bunch of motherfuckers we didn't fully understand. Who was that? YouTubers. Who was that? Who was that? Alex Jones. Who was that? Yo, this shit literally works for every goddamn this shit literally works for every goddamn thing. Yeah. Same in the music industry. Y'all kept giving motherfuckers 30-track songs with only 5 songs on there that was any goddamn good and shit. And then when the technology came out to be able to like just lift that shit off of a torrent, we turned to some people that we didn't fully understand because some of those torrents had viruses and malware and all so this shit literally works for every goddamn thing. Everything. Reality shows though was like, don't get me wrong, there was, like I said, the first season of Flavor of Love, and then it was the barbershop one. I forget the name of that shit. My wife was watching that, so I got to watching that. And then you really get involved with some of the beef, right? Why he do that? Like when the one dude came into the man's barbershop, and they was having a party, and he disrespectfully took a piece of chicken he was eating on and threw that shit on the floor. I'd have beat his ass too.
Nigga.
I'd have beat his ass too. You came into my establishment. We all supposed to be cool and shit because there was some goddamn discrepancy that friends have amongst each other. You come in and disrespect some shit I own, nigga, fuck you. Thanks. You walk in my living room and what? I'm going to break everything in that bitch just to make a point that you can't come up in here doing that shit. I'm breaking everything over your head. Like, it's a hardcore match. And sick Mick Foley. Fuck that. You going through everything in this motherfucker. Every table, every window, all that shit. So you get caught up in the drama. Because at the end of the day, that's what fiction kind of is. There needs to be conflict in every scene, a push and a pull in every scene and shit. So I gotta say, they did that part well. But it was just redeeming value. Right? That's what it was. Like it was all the of a blueberry or superfruit, but none of the value, the shit that you would get from it health wise. It's ass. You know what I'm saying? And then some of you motherfuckers then turned that into like real life for real to the point where you guys be acting like that shit that's on TV. Y'all really do. Y'all really do. Y'all be acting like it. I be seeing some of the drama that be up on social media sometimes between these motherfuckers. Like, yo, that's a bit dramatic, ain't it? Like, that's a bit. Like, you don't think you did too much in that thread right there? Your response to whatever that was happening in the previous thread, you go out there and crash out like that online. It's
right.
A little weird. A A little weird. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah,
A little weird.
it's how it goes. It's simply how it goes. I will say one. Well, there's another one that I didn't mention that I listened to,
Mm-hmm.
and that is what's it? I don't remember what it's called. It was two different Miami Toe. Miami.
What?
Oh, that was not the name of it.
What was it called?
South Beach Toe. And then there was another
Oh, okay.
one, and I don't remember the name of
about.
that one, but it was just motherfuckers getting their cars towed.
I think I remember that.
It was a bunch of people, the people that were doing the towing, they had storylines and all that good shit. Like, but I knew that was like there was nothing in my mind was telling me that this shit was real. Like,
Of course not. You
know
better at that point.
Them motherfuckers got superpowers. I'm not even going, like, there's no way. There was this one episode where the lady fell off of a car garage, like from the second story of a car garage.
Right.
And the dude, her coworker, saw it happen, tried to help her, tried to catch her, couldn't catch her. He was like, oh shit. When he got down to the bottom, she was up. No. That is not how that works.
No.
Simply no.
What?
Right.
No.
Yeah. Nah, that's
Excuse me. Hell no. No.
It's what happened in the show. It absolutely is not real.
That's not real, bro.
No. There's
like
I was like,
there are soap opera elements to a lot of the reality shows, of course. And I know during the 70s, 60s, and maybe a little before, soap operas was very popular form of entertainment. Their audience got a stereotype, housewives, that whole, it's housewives watching this shit. When I was a kid, they were very popular. My grandmother was into that shit. But there was something I could say about my mom. She never got caught up in a lot of that. She never did, like, it wasn't, I guess it just wasn't for her or whatever. Like the whole soap opera thing.
Yeah.
She never really got it. But my grandmother, it was one channel. Every soap opera that came on that channel, she watched and could tell you the whole story and would get mad at things that happened on the song. I can't believe he did
that. yeah. Disco says, I remember the episode. She was pushed by the towee, wasn't she? Yep. She was pushed by the motherfucker who car she was trying to tow and pushed out of the put off over the side of the goddamn wall.
They play too much. That should have been the end of the show. They play too much.
Nigga, 100%. Show's over.
That should have been.
We can't show the shit on TV anymore. No. A motherfucker just died on TV.
Right. That should have been over. Oh my god. Yo, you know the other things that be having that whole reality shit? Cops, cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the shit. I think they got another one now. My daughter be watching. Catfish. I know it's not. I don't think that's new, but they be having.
I love Catfish.
Yo, that should be crazy, bro.
There's no way. Yo, that shit. There's no. Come on.
That should be. Yo.
Stop fucking with me. Hey, yo, the crazy thing is whenever new episodes come out and we happen to watch them, Chrissy be like, there's no way that people are still getting catfished.
Yeah, they are.
In 2024.
Yeah, they are.
You know how long this show has been on air? Now, both things are true. Some of this shit is absolutely fake. But some people are absolutely still getting catfished in 2020. Yes. both of these things happen.
Some of them stories, because sometimes the connection points don't be connected. Like when you watching it and it's like, hold up. You fell for that? Did you really fall for that?
Yeah.
That don't sound right. Nobody falls for that. Like, then there's other things in it that be like, oh, damn. sometimes you be feeling bad for motherfuckers too. Like, yes, they lied. Yes, they
Yeah.
misrepresented who they were. But then when you see them and you go, oh, I feel bad that you felt like you had to do that.
Right.
But
Because what are we talking about here?
I see you now. So but you had to know that once the jig was up I'm just saying, you had to know once the jig was up, the jig was up. Sometimes it
There's
is
virtually
bad
no way
too.
around it.
Yeah, because
There's
it's like
virtually no way.
it's people that are searching for a connection to somebody, any
Yeah.
and
That's
and it's they either have a physical impairment that, and I don't mean just in health, just maybe they're not classically attractive, meaning whatever our standards of beauty are, they are way on the other end of that. And they felt insecure about it their whole life. They probably was made to feel like shit about it from the time they were children, you know. So by the time they got to the age of dating and all of that shit, they already saw themselves as just not dateable, not, you know, no one will be interested in me. Look at me. That sort of shit.
Yeah.
But the impulse to connect is still there. Just because the motherfucker, that whatever that outside looks like, the inside, who they are as a species, they still want to connect. So they get desperate and they do that shit. And it sucks. It sucks for the other person who thought it was somebody that they was into, and they turn out it's not. They see him in real life and it's not. And they invested a lot of time in it. But see, this is one of the reasons why there is a downside to the online lifestyle. When you meet people online, there's a downside to it because that part of it. But I have to say, as far as me, like my whole experience with the online stuff, when I was still single and stuff like that, it wasn't as bad as some of the nightmarish stuff that you be hearing about. It wasn't. Sure. I didn't really have that experience that some other people had. Maybe like not as extreme, right? As some of the shit that like, no, it's been people you met that you didn't. I pass on that. Right? It's been that, but it ain't been nothing that made me have to be an asshole to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
No, offense. This girl says some people have to get catfished a few times.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But Kenna said we have some older patients that were worried about getting catfish. We do everything we can to try to talk to them about it, but you can't get through to everyone. That is fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, I think one of the main issues that older people be dealing with the online shit is they don't want to be scammed.
Right.
Like my mom, even after all these years, is still very wary of internet anything.
Yeah.
And you know, she's justified. Like we it's a bunch of spam bots, especially after the during the epidemic, the pandemic. Yo, like that shit. The amount of scammers
all
online on your phones all time, and for me, it hasn't subsided. Yeah. It's just that I'm a savvy,
right.
That I can see. Get the fuck out. I'm not one of the ones you're gonna get, B. I'm not the one you're gonna get. It's just that, but I can imagine how hard it would be for other people that weren't, especially older, like the older folks, it's like in their fucking 60s and 70s and shit like that. And I could see they didn't grow up with this shit, and there's nothing in their life that required them to learn about it like that, right? So,
right.
You know what I mean? That's part of it.
One of my coworkers got. They said to her something to the effect of she got a phone call from somebody purporting to be a detective or some shit like that.
Interesting.
And was told that her grandson was in an accident and he was in real trouble because he caused the accident and he didn't have something or other and he needed you to send him $5,000.
I hate that.
And she did it because she's like 76,
right,
or something like that.
Right. Right.
All she heard was, "Oh, my grandson's in trouble.
Let me help."
I need to help him out."
That story has happened a lot, yo. That has happened a lot to people. And allow me to say, you motherfuckers that's out here doing that shit, you are the worst kind of scum.
Right.
The worst kind of scum. Like, you out here scaring these old people to death and then robbing them.
Right.
Like, you are scum. Scum of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I swear, yo, every time I start to think that, damn, yo, you did some shit in your life that ain't cool and shit you got ride for and shit. I hear stories like this and go, yo, you wasn't as bad as
you wasn't quite as bad. Listen.
Some of these motherfuckers like,
you did some shit.
Like,
you ain't do that shit.
No, I ain't do that shit. Like even at my worst, that's abhorrent. That's abhorrent. Yeah. Like, I would have found that even then, I would have found that abhorrent. Like, really? That's what you doing?
Yeah.
That's what you doing?
It's a whole thing. All right. Tim, you probably won't be able to hear this, but
okay.
Yeah. Moving on.
The baby over here.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Let us know if you can hear.
All right, so am I the asshole?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Well, shit.
My bad.
Well, fuck you too.
I kind of jumped the gun.
No, nigga. Am I the asshole for washing the nigga? What? Am I the asshole for washing the underwear of a woman who was staying at our house, even though I am a guy?
There's got to be more to this.
I'm a male.
Are you?
I feel like starting.
Are you first class male or
nigga?
Are you...
I feel like starting off like that. You've already lost. Yeah. You've already lost.
Yeah.
I live with my girlfriend. My girlfriend's close friend is staying with us for a week. She is traveling in from a different city and sleeping in a spare bedroom in our house. One morning, it was nice and sunny, and while my girlfriend was sleeping in and her friend was also still asleep, I thought it was a good opportunity to do the laundry. I did all three of our laundry in 2 different batches and then hung them out to dry. Later, this lady was livid because apparently I'm a man and I can't handle her underwear without permission. I did all of our laundry, including hers, which had been dumped in a separate basket, but also in the laundry room next to the same basket that my girlfriend and I use. I thought it would be good if we just did all our laundry and got it out of the way. I wasn't going to expect her to do her own laundry while she was a guest at our house. Anyway, this girl was livid that I was manhandling a week's worth of her bras and panties and then hung them out to dry. My girlfriend took her side and said I should not go through a lady's stuff like that without her permission. I didn't do anything wrong. I did a kind gesture. I thought they'd appreciate it. Nigga!
All right, so can we listen? I'm just gonna put this out here to you motherfuckers, right? When y'all send y'all shit in to a laundromat or someplace to take your kid, sometimes guys will handle you. Sometimes women will handle your shit. Like, all right. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think you did anything wrong.
Here's the problem.
He washed the clothes.
Listen. No, D. You gotta ask before. You can't just be handling people's nether coverings. Yeah, bro. You can't do that.
So is that the case? Is that true in every case? Like, in other words, if you in a hospital and somebody's washing your clothes.
All right. All right. So hold on.
I've walked with the laundry room before.
No, we're gonna talk through it. If you're in a hospital,
right,
it is expected.
Okay.
If you're in the hospital long term for that, yeah, it's expected that someone will be handling
Yes.
If you ever heard the whole thing about like make sure you got on underwear in case something happened to you when you gotta go.
You got clean underwear.
Right. It's that type of thing. McKenna says, no, you asked beforehand. It wasn't mixed in and you thought it was your girlfriend's or realized it was there as you were doing it. You're the asshole. Yeah, because no. What the fuck? No. If someone asked you to do that laundry, absolutely. If there was a situation where, like your example of the laundromat, that's what they do there. That's that's expected. That's an unwritten. It's an unasked thing. It's an unwritten rule.
I'm telling you, if I was on some, let me do this. I would have been in trouble.
Because listen.
Look, the laundry's right there. I'm doing laundry anyway.
You can't just.
But then too, I see if she went through her shit and pulled her shit out. But if it's in a laundry basket and I'm doing laundry,
listen, it was in a pile separate from the laundry basket, and I can't listen. Nah, nigga, don't touch my shit.
You can't just
listen. You can't just. First of all. Let's take sex out of it, right? Mm-hmm. Don't touch my shit, bro. Like off rip. Don't touch my shit unless we've had a conversation about you touching my shit. Just plain and simple.
Let me put this out here for myself. You can wash my shit. Like, look,
listen. I get it. I get it.
You can wash my shit. If my shit right there, you feel like you want to throw that shit in, throw it in there.
Here's the thing. As a man in a relationship, it behooves you. Well, all right, as a man in a relationship with a woman, I say that because I only have experience in a relationship with women. Okay. As a man in a relationship with a woman, it behooves you to do absolutely nothing that can potentially invite questions that you don't have a good answer for.
I agree.
And when I say good answer, I don't mean sound logic. When I say good answer, I mean an answer that can potentially trump whatever question your significant other conjures up in their mind.
In other words, the chess game.
Yes. Anything.
I get it.
The answer has to be a level 9 S-tier boss beater answer in order for you to do anything that could potentially be construed as questionable. Your answer had to have been the drain out overflew and all of the clothing on that floor was submerged in dirt and grime and piss and in order to clean up, in order to do the whole process, I had to touch her clothes, babe. It was either wash the clothes or put them in the trash bag. But if I put them in the trash bag, that shit was still gonna be stinking. That has to be your answer. There is no other. Listen. It's Mike. I know I'm taking it to the extreme, but Mike says I can only speak for me, but it feels like a consent thing. That's not your stuff, and you do stuff.
Right.
Even if it's good stuff, you didn't ask.
Right.
Maybe I got allergies. Maybe I got some kind of trauma.
That's true.
Like maybe there's a particular detergent that I don't want you to put.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Maybe you don't know how to wash clothes. Like maybe I always have my clothing separated and with the accurate temperature that it's supposed to be, the water's supposed to be, and you don't do that. Like,
that's true.
No, nigga. But again, above all,
I would have got jammed up.
Listen,
I would have got jammed up. I would have got jammed the fuck up. I'm thinking, oh, I got this. This is something you got to worry about.
Listen, here's the thing. Wait, actually, hold up. Mike says it. Now I can appreciate your attempt at doing something nice. But also that I don't understand that I don't appreciate the action.
Yes.
Like, bruh, Discord said, would it be different if it were the wife doing it? For 2 reasons, yes. One, they are close friends.
Right.
Second, given the reason that the friend reacted the way that she did, she likely would not have reacted that way if a woman had done it.
Sure.
So yes, it would have been different if the white.
I'm just gonna say that if any of my wife's friends are watching this, who I know, if you come over and you want to wash my clothes, you can absolutely wash my shit. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to say, listen. I'm not going to do it.
I'm not either.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm with you on that end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, if you want to take some of these chores off my hands,
please.
Go ahead.
By all means.
Now, the only caveat I personally have to that is you got to do it right.
No, but see, that should
don't make no work for me.
Yo, my homeboy CJ said something a while ago. When somebody doing you a favor, the favor is doing it right.
Yes.
That's the favor.
Thanks.
Doing it right. You know what I'm saying? That's the favor. Doing it right.
I helped you, but you did it wrong.
You did it wrong, so you didn't really help me.
You actually caused me more issues.
Yes.
Because now I have to go behind you.
Yes. Yeah, you made it more work for me. And some of this shit you may have fucked up to the point where I can't repair it at this point. So yeah, I get that. Yeah. That's fair.
And then we just have the another reason that this is not acceptable. Some people just feel that way about their undergarments.
That's true.
Some people just don't want people, and then like, for instance, not even like you're being a creep, but embarrassment. Like, what if, we all don't say it, right? I don't gotta, what if it's some period panties, like, and the potential embarrassment of like, where you going?
You are right. You are right. I can't even deny it. That would be a source of embarrassment for anybody. So yeah, I get it now. But I'm just saying, I would have got caught up.
Sure.
I'd be like,
absolutely. Listen,
I would have got caught up.
If somebody if I was in her shoes, I'm with you. I would have been like, all right, thanks, because I ain't want to do that shit. Again, with the caveat.
And also,
right.
I wash clothes around here all the time. Other people like, yo, like my wife, you don't have to tell, I got you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you just mentioned two more intimate relationships.
That's
than
true.
My wife's friend.
It's true. No, it's true. It's fact.
So yeah, all right. So let's see what some of the people were saying on the actual thread.
Right.
You're an asshole, although I know well-meaning. I wouldn't care about my underwear in terms of manhandling, but you should never do someone's laundry without permission. Some of the stuff maybe had to be washed in a certain way. Sure. She might not want people to see the size, or might have stains she wanted to treat, or is specific about temperature for the wash or type of detergent. As for underwear, I might be uncomfortable with anyone, regardless of gender, seeing it because of period stains. See, all the things that I said, or broken elastic, or whatever. Also, when you say hung out to dry, is that outside? Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, where the fuck did you hang up where the fuck did you hang up the clothing? Like, do y'all have? Because I know back in the day, I've only worked for one company. Listen, I've only worked for one company in my life, and I know back in the day, when I first was doing grounds work, when we go in certain people's houses, to do, paint the basements, floors, or do shit like that, we would see people that would have the lines from one wall to another. So maybe it's that, but it feels more likely that it might have been outside, because that's much less efficient than having it outside and having the sun.
As far as the size is concerned, I'm gonna try to say this delicately, and I'm gonna make it a genderless statement.
Sure.
We see you outside.
No, but listen. All right, so wait. I gotta push back. In the context of a genderless statement, you are correct. However,
that's why specifically
niggas is weirdos, right? There are niggas that will get off more.
That's true.
About a situation where they know the cup size.
That's true.
And
I can see.
I
can see it. I can see it. Yeah.
Listen. There are a bunch. Hold on. Let me do this real quick because this motherfucker talking about stuff, and I don't understand what the nigga talking about. Let me see. How can we do this? Is there a way to actually do this with the current setup? I'm gonna have to. How can I know how I can do this.
Oh shit, Addie's here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This motherfucker. Yeah, let's see. Bang, bang, bang. Shit like that. Shit. All right. Oh, I could have done it this whole time the way that.
Yeah, because this is a different setup, B.
Yeah,
it's way different
setup. Gotta do it a little bit differently. All right, so bang, and on my because a little behind the base inside baseball, I have to go live on the fucking Facebook on what's the name on what's it called on the actual website.
Right.
Yeah, so it's that type of thing. So I have to have Facebook open, and because of a change that Facebook made a few years ago, well, I don't know how long ago it was, but in order to interact with a page that you administer, you have to actually be representative of that page. So your normal shit don't work. Like I can't send a message to somebody as James Davis while I'm interacting as Black Culture Geeks, which is, I mean, I get it. I don't get it actually.
Dumb.
I understand it not working. I don't understand why they made it that way.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Like, what are we talking about? So, I had sent a thing, and then I had gone a place, and then I'm trying to. There we go. So here we
go. Mike says, "Okay, so this is my verdict. Not the asshole, but only in the most technical sense of you made a mistake. Now, if you're down on your mistake, and if you double down on your mistake, if you're down on your mistake and you do better, now you are." An asshole. But if you learn and do better, not the asshole. All right. Get it.
I will say, given that we have that context already, he's the asshole because he says. Matter of fact, let me get let me not misquote him. He already in enough trouble.
Yeah.
let me not misquote him. He says, blah blah blah.
There you go.
Anyway, this girl was livid that I was manhandling a week's worth of her bras and panties and then hung them out to dry. My girlfriend took her side and said I shouldn't go through stuff like that without permission. I didn't do anything wrong. I did.
That's it. You just double down.
I thought they'd appreciate it.
He doubled down.
Nah,
he doubled down.
We're not doing this.
He doubled down.
So yeah, the double down.
It gets you every time.
It's going to get you
every time.
Hold up, B.
We hear you.
Yeah, the double down. Why you sound like that though?
Yeah, why do you sound like that? Yeah, but you sound like you wanted to.
You sound like you sound like you.
You sound like you about to sing some Chipmunks Christmas songs. Christmas time is here. Time. That's what you sound like. I don't know.
Do nothing.
Just do what you're doing.
There's
nothing you're not fucking up nothing. You're not fucking up nothing. Nothing.
Nah. You here now.
You just sound weird.
What did you do?
Yo! Where you go? This is ass.
I don't know what he did.
He broke it.
He's Addy. But yeah, he doubled down. What up, Gia?
What up, Gia?
Yeah, like, bro, I just I don't know. He maybe he's going to his computer. I don't know. But yeah, listen. All right, let me read a couple more comments from there. Let's see what anybody else thinks. Because what I want to see is not the asshole, but for future reference, don't do women's laundry. My ex-husband ruined 2 of my favorite pieces because he wanted to do something nice. Those items were not replaceable as they were handmade for me. She may have a specific way she washes things. Don't touch other people's stuff. Don't touch other people's stuff.
Yeah.
To leave my shit alone. Like, what are you doing? Leave my shit alone. I mean, he wasn't doing it because he was mad. He was doing it because he was trying to help, apparently.
Yeah.
Wait, well, damn, my bad. I got into mid conversation about this, just so like I don't know.
No, so she was no. So she was visiting. She was visiting, and she's his girlfriend's close friend, and he was like, "Well, shit, it's clothes that need to be washed, and her clothes is right down here next to the clothes that need to be washed. Let me go ahead and wash her clothes too."
Nah, that's out.
Yeah, it's still
What
no.
I'm saying, like, ask first. You know, be like, if you're gonna do that,
That's it. That's it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's not. It.
Like, I understand, like,
You care too much about the gesture.
Yeah.
You're not really being considerate.
Right. You're not.
Good point.
But you think you are though. You think you are though.
Right.
Damn, you don't know if that person that's not your girlfriend wants you to touch their fucking clothes. Because yeah.
Look, I already told him I would have got caught up. I said, I would have got caught up. I wouldn't even thought about none of that. I wouldn't have thought about none of that.
I'm just saying, like, because I understand, like, there's nuance and shit, right? Because you might think you might be doing a good thing, it might be a good look. My thing is like, yo, like we say on this pod all the time, mind your fucking business.
Yeah, don't do good shit.
Do your thing.
Listen.
Don't do
No.
No, I know what Tito's about to do. I get it. He's memeing right now, base. That's what's up. I get it.
No.
But
that's not the answer.
No, but my broader point is just don't like when I came into the pod, like, don't touch other people's shit. You know what I mean? Like even I live with roommates. The only time I touch their shit is if they have shit in the dryer. So we have a like a little.
Yo, you pulling people's shit out the dryer?
Yo, come on, B. Listen, no. Here's the thing. That is a thing in common. What's the word I'm looking for? In common areas where there's several people that are not connected to each other. Right. That is the thing. Right. People like, yo, is this one dryer here? What the fuck are you doing? Get your shit. Like, it's one thing for somebody being inconsiderate.
Right.
Hey, get your shit out the dryer, bro.
Right.
Like,
yeah, right. But
that's the common thing.
So what I do is,
yo, Addy, this store said, do you have pigs?
Do I have things?
Pigs.
No pigs.
Do I have pigs?
Yeah, it do sound like it's some pigs in the background.
Because there's a noise that keeps happening.
It's probably the this shit over here.
Nah, nigga.
Nah, that's not it.
It sounds like pigs.
It sounds like you need a pig pen.
Fam, I have no fucking idea. I'm out of town right now. I have no idea. So, hey, if y'all want me to jump off the live, I'll do that. But shit,
no,
ain't nothing I can do to help. No, I'm just saying, ain't nothing I can do to help because I don't know where it's coming from. I don't hear it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's facts though.
I'm trying to be fair.
No, but yo, now that's something. Listen, if you're washing clothes, you need to be paying attention to the cycles.
Right.
Yeah.
If you living with other people and you know the other motherfuckers gonna need to use this at some point, you letting your shit sit in the dryer for an hour, 2 hours, like that is the height of inconsiderate shit.
Facts.
You don't know who needs to come in after that.
Right.
And they waiting on your ass with their clothes still wet in the wash machine.
I mean,
no.
I get that because how I feel about it. Them niggas done the same thing to me. So I feel like, oh, it's cool. Like, they'll take my shit out the dryer and put it in the basket.
You train people how to treat you.
Right.
And that's okay because we don't, like, it's not like a situation where we trip about it. But the situation y'all talking about, this is a grown fucking man washing his girlfriend's clothes. That is insane to me.
Girlfriend's friends. No, it's a girlfriend's friend.
Oh, plural.
Yeah, he can wash his. I'm pretty sure his girlfriend, they do laundry around the house all the goddamn time.
No,
Like,
but you
that's
watching
not
your
gonna be a big deal.
girlfriend's friends close.
Friends, that's
like,
the issue.
Like I would.
That's
like,
the issue.
in my mind, I could never accept that, and I could never like think of doing that ever. Like,
Yo, I'm telling you
that's
straight up,
insane.
that's some shit that I would have done. If I saw the clothes right there, I'm throwing all the shit in there. Here you go.
No,
I would have done
yo,
that.
but it's
I'd
about
have
the
got
woman's
caught up.
clothes and like, okay,
Yo, Eddie, they flaming you in the comments, my guy.
that's what's up.
They flaming you in the comments.
I don't care.
What they flaming about?
Mike says, by the way, it sounds like Satan is filming Eddie and he's repeating his last words as if he's following his bars.
Satan is ad-libbing.
Let's go say it sounds like audio from the show is popping in and out, but it's time stretched, causing it to be bassy.
Damn.
McKenna said, perfect description, Mike. Mike then says, I just want to tell Satan filming Eddie, big fan, keep putting that work in.
Hey, send me out. Send the Addy. Send the addresses.
Nigga.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just wait, do y'all agree that he did the right thing?
No,
nigga.
So why they flaming?
I didn't see what was wrong with it until everybody.
Because they're flaming you because of the audio issues, my nigga.
Yeah, it's not you. It's not your opinion.
Okay.
It's the audio.
But it's
shit.
fair. Don't send me no. Y'all can do that. Go ahead. Yeah. Like I said, this ain't shit I can do about it, B. Like, ain't shit I can do about it.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
But you here, so no, you don't have to go nowhere.
And thanks for having me, though. You know, hey yo, when I'm done with school, I'll be on like regular shit with y'all.
Word.
That's what's up.
Did you just get a pop? Go ahead, talk now.
What happened?
It gave me a notification asking if somebody.
That's better.
Some shit, so.
All right, hold on. There has to be a. Oh wait, hold on. I think I know.
Could it be because could it be because I'm on my AirPods or?
That's what I changed it from your. I changed it from your AirPods to your phones. Yeah.
All right, let me see.
And now it's gone.
Yeah, now it's gone.
But I'm still on my AirPods. But all right, cool. We can rock.
No, it changed the microphone from your AirPods to your phone's microphone. For some reason, I don't know.
So switch to.
It's gone now.
No, you're good now.
Okay,
you're good now.
Okay, cool.
You're good.
For sure.
You're good now. Nah, Discord, I changed the settings. So yeah, no, he was dead wrong. He was absolutely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way around it.
And they letting them have it in the comments.
Yeah, they giving it to him. I understand the idea of saying like, oh, he's it's not terrible, and get that.
Hey yo,
it's a situation where you have to listen to the person who is affected.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
You know what I think too? Also, I think he was probably smelling the other girl's panties. Like,
and that's the thing. Somebody listen to him before you react. Somebody else in the comments said it, but I didn't catch it. But yes, that's another possibility.
It's my thing, like, because you gotta know, like, the difference between your girlfriend's panties and underwear and whatever laundry and laundry you never seen before. Why would you touch the other laundry you never seen?
I'm just not doing it.
Okay.
GA and Benny said, "What up, Addy?"
Yo, what up?
So yeah, like listen, no, this isn't.
But you see how everybody goes to the worst
because people are trash, bro.
It's weird. Yo, all of us agree we would not do that, right?
No, I said the opposite. If I
ahead of the context, phrasing. Ahead of the context, Tim said he absolutely would have did it.
It's right there.
But after the context.
But you would have asked.
After they explained to me why that, I was like, "Oh yeah, I see it."
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Get it.
You know what I mean?
Get it.
Like,
not kind of weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but also
his double down is wild though. His double down is wild. His double down.
Oh, the dude's double down is wild.
He's like, I didn't do anything wrong. What do you mean? You clearly what? Shut up.
No, because the thing is, like, if people say like, "Yo, what you did was uncomfortable to me," you can't double down. Well, you can.
Yeah,
but it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at that
You
point,
can, but you shouldn't.
Right.
Somebody
at
said
that point, it's like, oh damn, my bad,
yeah,
my bad.
You
I
can,
ain't
you
doing that shit. I ain't doing that shit. Let me do this other one. Am I the asshole for taking my nephew to the aquarium despite his parents being against it? Nigga.
Well, first off, you're an
I'ma
asshole for
say
having
yes.
a nephew.
Yo,
Wait, what? I 28 male, had my 6-year-old nephew for the day. The plan was to take him to the movies, but there were only 2 options for us to see. One of the movies he'd already watched, and we tried to make it to the Wild Robot, but lunch took longer than expected, so we wouldn't get in there in time. I realized the aquarium was close to the restaurant we were in, and he told me he'd never been. Full disclosure, I was vaguely aware that my sister, 34, female, his mother, doesn't support zoos and is against places that keep animals in captivity.
You're an asshole.
Wait,
You were not vaguely aware. That's not how that works.
No.
Those words don't go together.
How the hell do you not know?
Okay, all right, hold on. Let me finish.
Okay,
I was vaguely aware that my sister, his mother, 34, female, doesn't support zoos and is against places that keep animals in captivity, though it was never a deep discussion between this. I didn't know if aquariums were also off limits for her, and I didn't check. The boy was excited after all. My nephew absolutely loved it, and at the end of the day, I sent my sister some pictures of him seeing the fish. Her response, quote, "I can't believe you did that," end quote. And later, when she came to pick him up, she gave me an earful, like I was trying to be the cool uncle and disregarding her parenting decisions. I was very upset by that. I was able to take him for the day when her babysitter bailed on them. I took him to a nice day out with all expenses paid. Of course, he didn't pay anything. He's 6. Anyway, with all expenses paid, and instead of a thank you, I was treated like a transgressor. Am I the asshole here?
Yes.
Because, even the point saying like you vaguely knew.
That's bullshit. That's not how knowing.
That means
that's not how knowing shit works.
You know
that's
what
not how
I'm
knowing
saying?
how knowing shit works. No.
You know what I mean? Like,
I was vaguely aware that my sister had this.
Yeah, you were vaguely aware, so that means you knew.
Like, very clear.
Because words mean things.
You don't take my 6-year-old anywhere. I said
that has
they don't go.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So no, nigga.
Period.
No.
Yo. So here's the thing.
Like if it was me, I wouldn't really care, right? I wouldn't really care. But obviously, this woman cares. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and you knew. So and saying vaguely knew doesn't make it any better because you use that word. You knew. Like I'm saying, like it'll be different if you didn't know at all.
You should.
You said
vaguely. You should have vaguely not did it.
Is that just
since you vaguely
vaguely not did it? Vaguely found somewhere else to go. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. This post has been widely considered everyone sucks here. So let me read the first one as to why. Everyone sucks here. You because you don't get to override parenting decisions, and particularly ones that are made specifically to support the ethics and morals that parents believe in and are trying to instill in their children. What you did was super inappropriate, and your sister has the right to be upset with you.
Yeah.
Let me stop here. Because that should be the end of your post.
That's
all right,
it.
But they continue.
Damn.
But your sister is not only an asshole, but not very bright. While, of course, there are examples of terrible, unethically run zoos and aquariums, from what you said, your sister is vehemently against all zoos and aquariums, supposedly for moral reasons. But many zoos and aquariums across North America, such as San Diego Zoo and Toronto Zoo, are not just entertainment centers keeping animals in captivity. They are some of the most advanced zoological research centers in the world, run incredibly important. Here's the thing.
It has nothing to do with
the sister doesn't care about none of that shit.
But not even whether she cares. But not even whether she cares, Eddie. Here's my thing about this.
Principle.
Doesn't matter
it's
if
the principle
or vaguely knows.
It's the principle. It's the principle because there are things in life, right, that you will never know all of the ins and outs of for various different reasons.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
One of them, let's do the most unbecoming reason. Okay. You're lazy and don't want to do the research, right?
Right.
It's still a valid reason, though.
Yo, add me next time. Go ahead.
Yeah.
that's still a valid reason, right?
It is.
So if you know that zoos have a bad reputation for XYZ, and an aquarium is just a water zoo,
That's all it is.
then it would stand to reason that because I don't know, like, let's go from a more informed perspective. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know which ones are ethical.
Right. Yeah.
You must keep my child away from all of them.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust you to. I don't want to do the research. I don't trust you to do the research.
Also, it may not be. It may not even be about research. I'm gonna tell you what it might be.
Yeah, facts.
It might be the principle that I don't like the idea of animals being held in captivity. Period. Period.
Yeah. Because it could even be a situation where the mother might take the child to a zoo or an aquarium, and she did the research, but she's like, I don't care either way.
It's not that.
Yeah.
I don't.
And I'm pretty sure.
Like
I'm pretty sure the uncle didn't do that either.
Yeah. No, he didn't do no research.
No, he did not. No. He was like, "Oh, let's go to the space." Like, I ain't gonna say I am pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. No.
I'm sure he didn't, because motherfuckers don't be. Listen, I didn't dealt with you monkeys for 55 years. I'm always going to assume you monkeys didn't research, because that's been my experience with you monkeys.
You know what the difference is? Like, when it comes to like YouTube, right? I don't ever feel like I have to fact check y'all, because I already know y'all already fact checked yourselves.
You know us.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but when it comes to him and her,
when it comes to other people, unless you're somebody that I've had experience with, and you're reasonably on point most of the time about the shit you say, I'm not giving my.
There's another caveat for me, and it can't sound that shit crazy,
and it can't sound it can't sound bad. It can't. Like, or if it does, you should acknowledge that it does. Like, I know this is weird, crazy, but I found out blah blah blah. Like
he was wrong. He was totally wrong. He shouldn't have done that.
He was wrong.
Period.
He was wrong.
All right, some of these comments in the chat. He probably no. That's about the.
Hold on. Let me get before you do that. Let me give you another example of what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So a family has certain beliefs about the holiday season, Christmas or whatever.
Right. That's a great example.
Right.
That's a great example.
So your uncle or aunt say, I'm gonna take my niece to go sit on Santa Claus' lap. No, the fuck you not.
Facts.
Right.
No, the fuck you're not.
Facts.
And it doesn't matter if they're black or white or whatever. Like, no,
it's
a good reason for you to
do
do it. Just don't do it because they
don't do that shit.
Yo, I don't want my child to be around.
If I have a Muslim household, don't take my kid to sit on Santa Claus' lap and shit.
Right.
It's not what we teach them. It's not the values and all that shit that we into. That's not the customs and traditions that we into. You need to come and say something to me. You gonna take my kid over there. We're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem.
What if it was crumpets though?
That's different.
Number one, because I said so.
No.
Right. I mean,
number one, chief among everything else.
Say that again.
Because I said so.
I said so.
Right.
This is my child. Number one, because I said so. Number two, you may be doing some damage to that child that you don't know.
Yeah.
But we've had this conversation before about like, yo, if it's my child, do what I say. Even if I do the opposite, whatever, like, no, do what I say, what I tell you to do, what I'm saying with my child.
Kid.
Like, just do that. It's mine.
Absolutely.
I'm responsible for this child. I'm raising this child in the best way that I see fit.
Yes.
Now, absolutely, there are situations where a parent is fucking clueless.
Yeah, dangerous shit.
And doing dangerous shit. That's different.
Yeah.
But different. This is
that's when you gotta like call
actually
like that. Right.
This is a thing that could be more dangerous because things happen at those places.
That's true.
Let me get to these comments. Discord, I already read the first part, but he said going against the parents' wishes always makes you the asshole regardless of the situation. And he adds, especially if you are treating their kid to something they don't support.
Facts.
McKenna said also, regardless of her feelings about animals and captivity in general, you ask. What if her husband loves zoos and wanted to make the big trip out of the kid's first trip? That's another thing. Someone said, McKenna said the zoo isn't the problem. Taking her kid to a place you know she doesn't approve of.
Bingo.
Is the
I knew parents who had
because hold up.
Into a bar, but if they took other kids there, that would be a huge issue. Facts.
Right.
Wasn't the initial thing was supposed to be he was going to take him to a movie, and then the movie didn't happen. So
once that happens,
I
need to know the update.
You take him back home.
Yeah,
take him back home or some shit. You know what I mean? Or take him to a
call me.
You know, like, oh, the movie didn't happen. What else can we do? Or find something else. Like, yeah. He's definitely the ass.
Especially the kid is 6.
Yeah.
I need to know what the plan change is.
And you know to be out with his own.
And you know the mother is stringent about this one thing.
Yeah,
even if you disagree, fine, you can disagree.
He's vaguely aware.
Oh, excuse me. You've been informed thusly.
Facts.
You've been informed thusly.
James,
fuck that.
I'm vaguely aware that you make music.
Right.
like the fuck? That sounds crazy.
Yo, Mike said we've gone from not all men to not all zoos.
That's crazy. But that's the thing, though. It don't matter if the zoos are doing shit ethically or not. Because even if they are doing things ethically, the mother might not even agree with that either.
Like I said,
animals are in captivity.
Right. Yeah. I said no, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't need to get in no political debate with you. No. I don't need to come up with some fucking Google sets. Right. I don't got to give you shit. I said no.
Right.
Period.
I
agree. Yeah, he's definitely.
We're not doing this.
I mean, I think he was trying to do a good thing.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be malicious.
And then he did a bad thing. He tried to do a bad thing. He did a bad thing.
You can do fucked up shit, though. You know what I mean?
Facts.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
There's a certain amount of responsibility, bro. A certain amount of responsibility that when you did the wrong thing to apologize and make good, like you was trying to do something. Oh, I'm hanging out with my nephew. Yeah, that's key. I said no, and you violated that. So now you gotta see me.
With another person's fucking kid.
Yeah.
I would never, yo. I would never.
Yo, what if something happened?
Right.
You took them to a place. I said that for them not to go. Something happened to them.
Yeah. It could have been like the shit that happened with the shit that fell into the shit with the gorilla.
The zoo, with the gorilla. Yep.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yo, some of these people have very smooth brains.
Yeah, they do. All
right, so let me read a couple of these. Next time to sit at Bills, say you're busy. It's an aquarium. Your sister needs to grow up. Having your human kid being watched last minute by a responsible relative is a gift and takes priority over your feelings about fish. Geez, fuck you. None of that made sense. Everything you just said was stupid. The next person. Everyone sucks here. You knew your sister had a problem with animals in captivity, but couldn't connect that to aquariums. Your sister sucks for being so harsh when you were, in fact, doing her a favor. This could have been a calm discussion, as in for the future, no activities with animals in captivity. She could also let you know about activities like horseback riding, etc. All right, so here's the thing about that. Your sister sucks for being so harsh when you were, in fact, doing her a favor. You were not doing your sister a favor by taking her son somewhere she didn't want her son to be. You were doing your sister a favor by watching her son because the babysitter canceled. That could have just included you being at her house with her son.
Yeah.
It did not have to include going to the fucking aquarium, given that you're vaguely aware she has issues with animals in captivity. Like, what are we talking about here? You guys are stupid. Another person, you were doing them a favor, you didn't break an explicit rule, you broke a guideline that wasn't explicit to what you did. Not great, but not breaking anything. So what's the harm? You've contributed to a economic, political continuation of a system that has been in place for thousands of years. You'll just have to live with that. No! That's not how that works. You broke it. You're about to break everything.
Probably.
No. Yeah, bro. I just nah, B. No, not on purpose. Andy, what happened to what is going on with your yeah, it's back. What did you do? You switch back to your that okay. Hold on. All right. Good. You stop breaking stuff. Then stop bringing stuff. What do you mean? I'll stop saying it when it stops being necessary to say, nigga. Yes, you are extremely destructive. Why are you pointing at you? What is happening? Why are we looking at your shoes, your slides?
No, we good now,
right? GA said it'd be like if I had a kid and my sister took my kid to church. We have a fucking problem. Yeah, I get it. Like I would know she meant well, but hell no, and I'm mad as fuck. Facts. You get the good intentions have nothing to do with impact.
That's facts.
The impact is what's important, and we live in a society. Forget your specific relationship to the person. You have a relationship to the person because we live in a society. It behooves you, in order to keep the society running. Eddie's gone again. In order to keep the society running as smoothly as possible, it behooves you to do your part to have every part of that society have their needs met. And with that comes emotional needs, and to an extent, obviously. You can't make everybody happy, clearly. But it was something as simple as, hey, I don't like this particular structure of a thing.
Right.
And you know that.
Right.
But you chose to go against that anyway, playing semantics because it was an aquarium.
Oh, it's fish. Zoo. It's just fish, y'all.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
No, we're not doing that.
Fuck out of here. We're not doing that.
That's out the window. That's completely out the window. But yeah, that's it.
We want to thank everybody once again for joining us for another rousing edition of the Black Culture Geeks podcast. Also, special shout out to my man Addy showing up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Be sure to always never forget.
Always never forget.
Okay.
All right. I like it. Let's go with it.
There's always music.
Always music.
SPJ has music.
GA
has music. I don't rap, but I personally have
music. Okay. You don't rap.
Right?
You don't. Okay. All right. That's cool.
Gray has music.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to check out Heard It Through the Grapevine, hosted by my sister, his significant other, Chrissy.
Facts.
Also, I got Super Side Guy and Hendrick with their Metas and Mutants. Once Addy gets out of school, he'll be back on the show on a more consistent basis.
Yeah.
And so for my man SPJ,
you
and my dog Adequate, I am Tombstone. I am Tombstone, the dead man.
Bro,
you don't need to know. For the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.
Peace.